Helpline. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 Hello, hello, happy Friday. Welcome to our Friday Witchy Hangout, our Friday Witchy Hangout, where we hang out, we share energy, we poke around in each other's lives, we support each other through the highs and the lows, mostly highs. That sounded, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I hope you guys had a really good week. Today we are doing a lovely juicy reading on what would this person say if they drunk dialed you. And if you don't drink or if your person doesn't drink, this, just think of this more as like if this person had lowered inhibitions to where they could say anything, there was like no obstacles blocking their way, what would come out of this person? What would they want to express? How would they express it? Why would they express it? All the things that we like to poke into here. So we have 3 piles as per usual, no anchor card. This reading, I know some of you guys like to know that. So the first pile here, we've got the vision. I just heard lady in red. Okay, pile number 2, the venom. Venom, venom, venom. Venom, venom, venom. I don't know why I'm just like channeling songs, I guess, like why I'm holding these up. Okay, and then pile number 3 is the queen. Damien says Lady in Red was her parents' wedding dance. It makes me think of Baby Mom when they go to the club and she's like, I've always wanted to do this. And she gets in the DJ booth and she plays Lady in Red. Okay, so this side is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. So do your thing with this. Calm your energy, take that deep breath, close your eyes, put your hands over your heart. Do you know that there are neurons in your heart? Connect with that space. Feel your center. Open your eyes slowly. Be drawn into whatever pile or piles you feel most called to in your energetic space. Keeping in mind that the way you get drawn into the piles can sometimes be a clarifying, so adding some layer of clarification to the overall reading, because we're reading for a lot of different people. So if you're drawn into more than one pile, it could be the energy is going to take this shape and then it transforms to this shape, or it could be some kind of combination of the 2 energies. But we do read for a lot of people, so it can help clarify that if you're open to all the different ways that these piles could potentially be interpreted together. So, all right, let's get in here to pile number 1. Oh my gosh. Okay. This pile. Oh gosh. What would this person say if they were drunk? Okay, so first of all, literally me clearing out my throat. Clarify. Let me clarify. This person wants to clarify. Let me clarify. But I'm hearing like, yo, DJ Jess getting on the mic. Like, like this person is clearing their throat. They're getting ready for like a performance or something here like that. Because I feel like this person would lie to you. That's what I'm feeling for this pile. Caught me right off guard, but it came in hot. And maybe that's how this drunk dial would come in. Like you're not expecting to hear from this person in the way in which you are hearing from this person. Caught me off guard, but it came in hot. And I don't know why. It's like there's kind of, maybe this is like a SoundCloud rapper kind of person or something, like when you were dating this person. But yeah, I feel like this person would really turn on like the waterworks, the histrionics, and they would have concocted, I'm hearing, they would be performing some kind of dramatic sob story. And I think this would have to do with an ex. This person like really wants, they want to get the wheels churning. I think they want to get your emotional wheels churning. This person is very good at playing the victim, but not being the victim. And to be honest, if this is your pile, I feel like you would already know this about this person in one way or another, because you could have been taken for a ride by this person. And I feel like you would be like in no contact or something, because I'm getting the, we have the vision here. I feel like this person will want to make it seem like the 2 of you are these 2 owls, and there's like, a vision. And I'm seeing this here, like the bottom, this looks like a labyrinth, one of those circle things that you walk. And so I think this person wants to walk you through some kind of mental maze in order to end you up here in some kind of vision that they plan on planting in your mind, that the 2 of you are supposed to be together and that you're opposites and that opposites attract and everything. But really, I feel like this person's energy is like the bottom of that, like it's all dark, but this like kind of fiery. And then you're in this mountain energy. So I feel like you have a very noble energy. And I'm hearing that quote from Mulan, the cartoon one, where the emperor says, no matter how the wind howls, the mountain cannot bow to it. And I do feel like this person is this kind of howling wind energy. I just heard hungry ghost. So this person is like, nothing is ever enough for this person. But I do think this may be a Hoover attempt, I'm hearing, because it's like whenever this person sets their sights on you, it can feel very flattering at first if you don't know what you're dealing with, because maybe you do think, oh, when this person's telling you that they've never felt this way about anybody before or this, that, you might think that they're telling the truth, but not this person. This person is just, they're very intense, very dramatic. This, and if you were in a relationship with this person, it was very intense and it was very dramatic. So things could go from like 0 to 100 in like no time at all. But they want to kind of make you feel like you guys belong together. And this does have to do with some kind of sob story about their ex. And I feel like if you really listen to this sob story, listen to like for the explanation that's like beneath the surface. I really feel like this conversation would be like a real life demonstration of one of those like crime shows, you know, where, you know, like we're all obsessed with like true crime, and the detectives, like when you're watching like an interrogation and the narrator kind of talks over and it's like tells you like what tactic this person is using, and see, they're trying to distract him with this or that. Like I feel like this would be a real life version of that with you. Obviously it's not an interrogation, but this person has thought through it as if it was an interrogation. And I feel like I just heard bold-faced lie. So the way that this person deceives is through some kind of bold-face histrionic story, because there's I'm thinking about one of these people that like talks about these like crime shows, and he always talks about, there's like the bold-faced liar, and then there's the more like like manipulative one. There's the one that tries to basically like maneuver the conversation to where they don't have to tell any more lies. That's not this person. This person is like a bold-faced liar. They're going to tell like a full dramatic, colorful story that they've come up with semi on the spot in order to position your brain. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to position your brain in the way that you're thinking about them. And that's why I'm saying, like, listen to beneath this story. Actually, I wouldn't talk to this person if at all possible, because this person's probably going to drunk dial you. It's probably going to be like at night or something. So you may have this person's number blocked already, but there's something surprising about it. So even if you have this person's number blocked, maybe they call you from like a friend's phone or something like that. But I don't know, just I'm picturing you just like throwing the phone across the room. And I don't care like how good the schmegs is with this person. Like, is it really going to feel any better than you taking your power back and just being like, no, like that is going to feel better to you in the long run. I promise. Maybe even in the moment. So if you cannot talk to this person, that would be like the best case scenario, or the moment you pick up the phone and you realize that it is this person, just clicking off, you know, or, you know, just getting this person off the phone as soon as possible. But this is a sticky, tricky kind of person. I feel like, yeah, the further that you can get this person from your life, the better. But this person would make up some kind of like sob story, and you want to listen to the excuse, because whatever story they've concocted, they're trying to lead you. They're trying to lead you to drawing certain conclusions about them. They're trying to position you to where maybe you won't ask certain questions because they've already answered it in their story. Like, that's the kind of story this person has put together. And I'm hearing blame shifting. Yeah, this person is trying to blame shift whatever noxious behavior that they displayed to you in the past. And they're blame shifting. And I also heard bait shifting. So it's like this person's trying different bait on the hook to see what you take to. And they're going to keep like shifting that bait. So like, that's what I was getting before. It's like they've got every trick in the book, and they're going to throw it out, and they're going to see what they can kind of catch you on to reel you in. That's what they are looking for. They're going to keep shifting it, but they're trying to blame shift, and they are trying to blame shift here on this ex. Now, for some of you, you need to keep in mind that this person did that to you in the past, or they will do that to you in the future. Just picture you being on the other side of this, where you are the ex that this person is lying about, because that's what this person does. This person, and for some of these people, like, I do think that they're very manipulative and that there is like forethought here, but there's like an emotional stuntedness, there's an emotional immaturity. So their emotions kind of like well up for this person to go after one person or another in that like Hoover attempt, or like, you are the focus of my attention because I've identified you as being the person that I need in order to, I don't know, get through this next segment of my life. I really feel like this person needs like an ally, or because they go through people, they treat people badly. And so just keep that in mind, that this person lies about the people that, if you give this person any room in your life, then they're going to lie to your face. You're going to think that you've got one relationship, and then this person's going to be lying behind your back. And for some of you, this person has already done that. And so I really don't think that their ex is the villain in this situation. And if they lie and they say that, you know, they didn't like being with their ex or whatever, like that, this person was fully invested in whatever lifestyle or whatever. I'm hearing Pour It Up by Rihanna. Throw it up, throw it up. That's how we ball out. Pour it up, pour it up. Watch it all fall out. Like this person wants to like pour it up. They want to ball out like here in some way. Remember like the SoundCloud rapper? I feel like this is the person that whoever can do the most for them at any given time. And that will be relative, right? Like that'll shift and change depending on what drama has popped off or what bridges they've burned in their life. Like that's the person that they want to target. And for some reason they want to target you. And I wouldn't be flattered by that because, you know, you are a really great person, but this person can't appreciate it. I'm kind of just seeing this person, they're a hollow shell, is what I'm hearing. Like this person just walks in, whoever can do the most. It's like, and this person expects certain things too. So like you will have like a lot or you'll provide a lot for this person in whatever way you do. And they just feel like, yeah, this feels right to me, you know? And you're kind of just like, what? But they don't take any of it for granted. And they also don't want to like support in the situation. And so it's like a locust, like something that's just going to eat your crops and then die, you know, and that's what this relationship really is. And I feel like that's what it's meant to teach you. But this person wants you to think of them. They want you to think of them like this owl, because I think that's how they see you, somebody who sees in the dark. This person might appeal to that in whatever sob story they tell you about their ex that they should have seen in the dark, or like it's really grown them in their wisdom, like that they were dealing with this kind of person or that kind of person. But this is a person who projects, and some of you have been through this experience with this person. You know that they accused you of cheating when they were really cheating. So they were projecting their guilty conscience onto you. Like you've already experienced this. Just know that they're doing the same thing here to their ex. And I think they want to get you on side to help them destroy their ex, you know, to vilify their ex. And I'm hearing the fastest way to create a bond between two people, the lowest vibrational way, is to create a common enemy, some kind of other that you can both agree is the enemy. And I feel like they may try to do that with this ex. Like, oh, this person like took me away from you and our like destined love or whatever. And I was just like taken in by their machinations, you know. This person is very good at painting themselves the victim, but in reality, even if this person is like, because I kind of get the sense that spirit may have maneuvered this person in with a person who was going to take them, I just heard, to court, take them to town, clean them out because of what this person did to you. Like and to other people, like there's some kind of maybe karmic pay that is going on in this person's life, but I'm hearing like two narcissists got put together. Like even if this person's ex isn't the best person, and maybe you do know that, they've met their match in that person. This person's going to clean him out. They're going to take him to town. They're going to take him to the cleaners is what I just heard. And that's what they're meant to do, because I think this person was like picking on people that were nice, you know, like you. Like you're nobody's fool. Like that's what I feel like was different with you, is like you are nobody's fool, and you could see through this person, and then maybe they didn't get away with something. Like I'm just seeing you put up I'm just hearing rejected, like, you know, some kind of, you rejected their narrative, you rejected their advances, you saw what was coming, and you were just like, no. Like once you kind of put the pieces together and you have enough respect and strength within yourself to put up that barrier. And for some of you, that's why they like you, is because they do view you as a challenge. They do. And you probably have gotten different results out of your life than many of the people. Yeah, I'm literally hearing you're kind of on a different level than this person's exes, like the people that they date. Even this person who I think they ended up with or will end up with, that's a bit of like this bulldog. I do think there is an element of truth to that with this person. But you get different results in your life because I just heard Sigma. So maybe you were in a fraternity. Maybe this has to do with your friends. I don't understand that. But so you could have gotten different results in your life because you see so clearly, because of the way that you navigate, because of like whatever mixture of traits that you have, and it makes you stand out as different. This person kind of relates to that difference and they want it, but they don't understand it. And I actually think that's a part of the karma. And for some, this might be why this person's knocking on your doors, because somebody in their life may have told them about you, maybe told them that you were doing well. So again, that's that locust imagery of wanting to come like eat on your crops, you know, oh, now this person has something, so let me bring my nasty energy over there and just eat all that up before I just like leave. And for some of these people, they really don't have that plan in their mind. They really do think that you are going to be there forever, but then they don't understand that they don't have. That's what the karma is supposed to be teaching this person, is that they don't have what it takes to actually hold down a valuable partner. They don't. So even if they get a valuable partner, they can only run that person dry. And then they start to feel dissatisfied in the relationship because they're not contributing, and you are getting less satisfied because they're not contributing, and you're tired and worn out and you're angry at them. And they feel like, you're supposed to be my beautiful little fairy tale. Why are you mad at me and holding me accountable to our life together. And then that's when kind of things fall apart, and that's when this person wants to jump to the other leaf. But they haven't, this is a very shallow person. There's no light shed in the inner environment. So they just don't understand why their life turns out this way. And that's when they feel justified in being angry at you that you couldn't provide them whatever fairy tale. So like I said, I think there's going to be a person here in this person's life that is going to shed light on how valuable you are as a person in some way. Like this could be a mutual friend. This could be something. They could have seen something about you. They could have heard something about you. And they're going to say, something about you. They're going to highlight the subtlety in you that this person could never see. And it's going to turn that light on. And it's a part of like the karma. So it's going to be something like, wow, it really is very rare to find a person who is this way, but also has this trait. And whatever trait that is, it's very subtle. It's kind of like below the surface. I just heard it's like a grace or an elegance. It's very understated. Maybe there is something kind of understated about your personality. And this is like remember I was hearing like bold-faced liar? This person is like a blunt object. So they like the loud thing. That's the only thing that they can really appreciate is like the loud thing. The thing that's the most eye-catching in the room. The thing that where all the attention goes, this person's attention goes there. So they're not really in charge of their own faculties. They really are at the whim of like the crowd. They can't make up their own mind. This person can't ascertain value for themselves. So they look to the crowd to kind of ascertain value. So there could be some level of that going on. That's why they ended up with the partner that they're currently with, who I think matches their narcissistic like quality, who will go toe to toe. This would be like, just a knock them down divorce. And I really think that this person may get cleaned out. Like they may, this locust thing that I keep picking up on with this person, they may have that experience like where this person's going to pick them dry, because this is just like the energy turning on them. So this person can kind of learn their lesson, and they need to understand that, hey, it's those subtle qualities in a person that if you can pick up on those, if you can turn down the volume on what the whole world tells you should be going for and who you should be, that actually means you get to keep your wealth. That actually means you get to keep your money. If you go after a person like this person doesn't know how to build and keep things. They don't know how to sustain. So I think that's the difference in your energies. And yeah, I think that there's a lot potentially going on. And I do think this person feels victimized, but this person has victimized other people. So I do feel like this person, they're undergoing some kind of like massive, I just heard recharge. They're trying to recharge something here. Oh, so they could be feeling just low battery, like low energy, like money is energy, friends are, friends around you. Like this person is just like low battery and like a lot of, energy in their life. They could be between homes right now, like just not having a place to literally recharge their phone is what I'm getting. But I just feel like this person they feel a victim to their circumstances. They feel a victim to their partner, and they may well be in certain ways. But this person was totally in cahoots with that energy. They totally loved it. They thought they were winning. They were totally like, don't fall for it, because this person has truly reaped what they've sown. And this is like the rebalancing of justice. I feel not just for you, but for a lot of people, where this person gets this snapshot here of themselves. So basically, if they drunk dialed you, they'd probably have their own painted version of this story. And I think this person really does teach you that you cannot believe people when they tell you like what just happened, because I'm hearing there's two sides of the story, your version, my version, and the truth. And I think this person really, there's certain people where it's like you actually can trust them more than other people to be a reliable narrator. This person is not a reliable narrator. They stack the odds in their favor. They really can only, there's this person so selfish, like they really can only see things from their perspective or their point of view, but they're trying to like paint it off like it's wisdom. Like I've grown in wisdom or something here like that. And they're trying to match your energy. And I feel like, again, you're this mountain, you're this hermit. So you're in a good place with your routines. You probably blocked yourself off to this person. You might have built yourself up here in some way. You may have tons of energy stores in whatever capacity, tons of them, tons of that. And this person's like, man, if I could only get my hands on that energy. Like, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be flattered by this person coming back in, because they just want what you have. This person is incapable of falling in love with people, because I think that this person's incapable of seeing people. And this probably goes back to like some childhood trauma or some stuff, but you're not their therapist. You're not getting paid by the hour, unless you are. And then, that's not the greatest ethical standard to be dating this person, because this person really does need like quite a bit of assistance, and they need the areas of their life kind of separated out so that they can be held accountable. I just feel like this person's very good at blame shifting. The other thing I think that you'll notice this person does is if you ask them a direct question outright that would kind of, you need the answer to this question. If you entertain having a conversation at all with this person, which I just would not do, unless it's just for laughs, because this person you can't take them serious. and just to like remind yourself of how low they go and to what lengths they will go to, and like, you know, everything like that. But this person will also change the subject. Like if you ask a very direct question about something, they will go off on this tangent of like 5 years ago, or like, you know, when their partner did this. It all started in a cool summer of 1973, and I was, you know, it's like, what? And you're always going to have to keep bringing this person back, and you'll realize that this person, that's their version of answering that question, and it's this subtle whiff of, see, and they deserved it because they have been doing this, this, and this. But really, they're dodging the question, and they're dodging it tactfully and on purpose. So you just always want to make sure that you're bringing this person back down to baseline. And if you feel like you need an answer to a question, then just make sure you get that answer. And because I think if they gave you an answer, this whole like tangent thing, they could be buying themselves time to come up with a bold-faced lie, because remember, this person tells a bold-faced lie. But if they recognize that this is it's a trap for them to answer that question, which is why I think you would be asking it in the first place, because you could know something about that, or they could be easily caught out in a lie. Like they're just, for some reason, they know that it's best for them not to answer that question, you know? And because it's like a nexus point of all of their lies, or it could reveal that they are telling a lie. But yeah, and don't let them lie about their other partner in the terms of like, well, I never really liked this person. Yes, they did. This person was like involved fully in whatever it was that they were doing, but it didn't work out. And this person's upset that it didn't work out. And they don't take any responsibility for that, because I think the writing was on the wall a while ago that these are two narcissistic people who had their self-interest at heart. And that's really the only thing that relationship could have been built on, because anybody who did have like a sensitive side, a heart, a feelings, you know, anybody who had any level of being able to attend to the subtleties of life would have known that relationship was not really built on anything substantial. But this person doesn't want you to have an image of them in their mind like that they just kind of pull it up, watch it all fall out. But yeah, like this person, you are, I think, a much more sensitive person. You might be an introvert. You like to spend time alone. You do pick up on the details because you're comfortable in the silence. This person's not comfortable in silence. They may be a partier, they may be a socializer, but they could say that this ex got them involved in that kind of behavior and stuff. No, they didn't. This person is culpable. And they're trying to dodge their own culpability here. So let's get some message cards. Well, actually, I'm drawn to this true emotional deck here. Oh, man. Workplace affair. Ashamed. Guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. So they might tell you that they're guilt, you know, that they feel guilty, that they're ashamed, that they're in the wrong, that they now see certain things about this person. But I think for some of these people, they could be trying to avoid telling you that. And I just feel like you're fed up. And look at all this office imagery here, like The Office, like just, you might have a very deadpan humor, or like, I don't know, like the vibe of The Office. Like that's kind of the vibe I feel like you're kind of meant to take with this person. Just like, no. Yeah, this is a trap. It's a trap. And I think this person might be saying that they're fed up. Secluded, separation, reflecting, and soul searching. They don't like being separate from you. Since their time away from you, they've been reflecting, they've been soul searching, and they're trying to find their way with the GPS, and they're trying to find their way back to you. How can we get this back? We're mirroring each other. This person wants you to think that they're your soulmate or their twin flame, and that you guys are it's that emotional thing. This person's looking for that emotional, they want to hook that emotional thing in you so that you'll overlook all the details of actual meat space, of what this person has actually done, what they have actually amounted to in your life. They want the emotional component to override that. And they want to get you into an emotional space where you're like, oh, and we're just going to be together and F everyone. And like, yay, love, you know, like, I don't care what you say. They want you in a state where you're just, the emotions between the two of you, and this person may use schmegs to do this, or like play on some kind of nostalgia or some kind of tie to do this, whatever they have in their tool belt. But they want you to tune out the voices of everybody else who actually loves you in meat space, and their actions in meat space when it's mundane and when it's not sexy. They actually show up and demonstrate their love. This person also teaches you that real love, you don't overlook the people who show up and help you move and help you pack up your cabinet and bring you soup when you're sick. That's what love looks like, and this person is incapable of doing that. Like in the nitty gritty, when times are hard, when they need to think about somebody besides themselves, when it's not shiny, when they're not getting a pat on the back, this person is incapable of following through. And they want you, they know they don't shine in that, and they have no intention of showing up. They actually feel like belittled if they have to show up in that. They feel this is a person who feels victimized by having to help you move or something like that. They feel actually victimized. And this is a person who will tell you like, well, you should, like, it's wrong for you to ask me to help you pack up your kitchen cabinets. Like, and you're like, you could just say no. Like, this is what friends do for each other. So this person will have you mind warped, basically, into not expecting anything of them. And they actually do feel victimized if they have to lift a pretty little finger. But I think this is a man. Maybe this is a man who like manicures himself. Whatever, they try to curate their image, whatever image that is. So if it's them covered in dirt, if that'll suit them, then that's what they'll do. And that's what they're doing in this conversation. Whatever suits they need to kind of like adorn. It's a trap. This is just a trap. Married. So this person could have said that they got trapped into a marriage, but they're trying to trap you into some kind of commitment. This person tries to play on responsibility as well. And if it's not like actual physical responsibility, so like if you share a child with this person or something, then it's some kind of moral obligation. That's also why this person might call you drunk, and you should be prepared for that, because it's like, well, I called you and I'm in a certain state and I need help, and it's so irresponsible for you to get off this phone with me. No, it isn't. Okay, sweetie, tell me where you're at so I can come get you. And then you hang up and you call the police to go have them do a wellness check, because you are nobody's nanny, okay? And just because this person uses their one phone call from jail to call you doesn't mean that why would you call me? I had an ex do that to me once. We had been broken up for a long time, and I get a phone call from jail. I need you to come pick me up. I have a bail of this much. Well, your dad is wealthy. Why would you not call him? But I can't even make rent, and now I got to figure out how to get this money to go pick you up. And like, no, like, this is unfair for you to put this on me. Sorry, that was a little tangent, but I feel like this person would pull some stuff like that. Like, it's not on me that you decided to call me. You should have known better. Now you have a consequence. You have a natural consequence but you want attention. That's what this person does. They want attention. Yeah, drinking, toxic lifestyle, blocked. I suggest you block this person. And if this person has found a way to get through to you on your phone, like, you, because I think for a lot of you have this person blocked, but if they find a way to get through to you on your phone, block that number too, like immediately afterwards. If you have like I just heard their mom, some of you may have their mom's phone number, so just text their mom and be like, hey, your child called me wasted. They don't sound like they're in a good way. I called the police to do a wellness check, but you might want to check on them too, and then be done with it. Like, just so you know, in the future, I'm not available to help this person because I've made it very clear that I do not want them in my life. They have also made it very clear that they're incapable of respecting my boundaries. Tasha, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so this person is just untrustworthy. I think they want a marriage with you. Oh my gosh, you're the reason I keep going. Why did you leave? You hurt my feelings. I miss being around you. This person, again, wants to get you into an emotional space. And I just heard them say, like, you hurt my feelings. But I heard them say it in a soft, like, measured kind of voice. You know, like, because this person wants to use the drama with their ex, whatever they're going to cook up for you, to get you talking in another, as a opening the door to hearing about your life. I wouldn't tell this person about your life and what it is that you have going on. But I just heard this is kind of like a segue, you know, like, oh, well, you really hurt my feelings. I have trust issues. I really think this person has given you trust issues, or exacerbated your trust issues, or given you a reason not to trust them and I just heard dirty little hoe bag ass. I don't think you think very highly of this person. I miss being around you. But then under that, we have my intentions can be selfish. At times, I want to be like you. So this person does miss being around you. But again, it's just that selfish, they do miss you. They miss your energy. And because they miss your energy, they think that they're ready, but this person still can't sustain a relationship because this person's a mess. This person is a mess, and they can only bring mess to your doorstep. Look, why did you leave? So this person may ask you why you left. A party, a place, a location, why'd you leave? This person wants information about your life because this is the kind of person who's looking to exploit that. I've been up all night thinking about you. I want more than we have. I am confused. They're confused about how to manipulate you because I think that, look, sorry for the way I handled things. They're confused about how to manipulate you because I think you've blocked this person out of your life, and they want to get you on the phone, and they want to get you talking, and they want to use emotionality, which this person is, I think they do have emotions, but they're very volatile in their emotional space. And this is a person who manipulates people all the time, just as a matter of like in a subtle way, in a small way that most people probably don't even like kind of catch on to. And this is not a person who's not above winding somebody else up and then sending them towards you, like in the future here as well. So I would just keep away from this person, because this is this is like wolf in sheep's clothing. This is like a common everyday manipulator type person that is almost more dangerous than like any kind of crazy perpetrator that you could come across, because this person just they seem so normal and they have access to you. And what they can do with that access, this person can cause a lot of damage. They can cause a lot of damage. But they are just so good at comforting you and lulling you to sleep and making themselves seem plausible. And I just would not tolerate it here with this person. I just wouldn't, because this is the type of person that truly needs to be alone for a while. They need to sort themselves out if they really cared about literally anybody other than themselves. Because I just heard for some, this person has children, and they have an obligation to these children to be not emotionally volatile. So they need to be sorting themselves out. And you're not the life preserver, because this person would just hold on to you like a life preserver, you know? And that's not the role that you're meant to play in someone's life, especially in a marriage. That's not what a marriage is. That's some type of weird codependent relationship. You deserve to know what a marriage is what I just heard. You bring yourself to the table. So let somebody else know. And I feel like that's part of the karma here, is maybe this person watching. If you're with somebody else and that is a healthy relationship, then this person wants information about that, because they want to poke holes in that and they want to rival themselves. But this person is no rival. They're not a natural rival for a person who has their shit together, has actually something to bring to the table. This person is only going to bring bullshit and fuckery. So that's what I'm going to leave pile number 1 as. Sorry you came across that person in your life. I just heard toodles. I feel like that's you. You've done a lot of processing around this. I think you know exactly who this person is. I think you'd be more surprised than anything if that person called you. But I think you would be, if you listened at all, it would be out of pure entertainment and curiosity. Like, you know, my cable has been out for the last week, so maybe I'll just listen to what this crazy person has to say. Oh my gosh. I went on a kick there for a while. So like a couple years ago, there were these people that they would get calls from scammers, and they would just lead them on. They would be like, and then what'd she say? You know, it's like, your son is like, and then what'd she say? And they were just film it. It was like really funny. I feel like that's you. Oh my God. And then what'd she do? Like, you know, just letting this person dig their own grave. Okay. Yeeted. And I'm the F out of there. Yay. Leave their arse in the dirt, and we keep walking. Okay, cool. Hey, sweet hun. Yeah. Could I have the Fiji that's in the fridge? I forgot to grab a water. Okay. Let's compassion. Compassion. Compassion for yourself most of all. I also feel like that person in pile number 1 would teach you self-love. That you gotta love yourself before you can let other people in your life, because if not, then you're just gonna allow somebody like that, who's very selfish, to define and taint what love is for you. And because this person's version of love is just to whip you around by their leash, you know? Well, if you loved me, you would bend over backwards. A safe person doesn't have you out here doing all that, okay? A safe person can pull their weight and finds it totally acceptable that you would expect them to pull their weight. They wouldn't be shocked by it. They're not going to try to flip that around on you, you know? So, yeah. There's probably a lot that you learned, and that's the value of that relationship, and nothing more. And nothing more. All right, compassion. All right. Moving on to pile number 2. Actually, let me do my rose. I got a new one because that one's almost out. Make it rain. That's my version of make it rain. Okay, so now this card is like soaked. Pile number 2. Venom. Sorry. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards here for this. Some of you, okay, I'm going to get a different energy than like pile number 1, but I am drawn to this like mouth. See, like it's got the earth in there. So somebody could have threatened you here. Let me just see, Spirit. Okay. Oh, you're on the road to success. Petal, thank you so much for the super chat. Spray away that bad energy before the next pile. Fears, worries. Oh. Dealings or relationships with a woman. Moving towards success. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. I feel like the person that you're asking about is going to give you some type of pep talk. Because you could have been dealing with a hard time here overall in some kind of situation or with a specific person who was very threatening to you, or who is threatening to swallow up your world, or who did swallow up some aspect of your world, or some kind of resource energy, or some kind of comforting energy, or may have taken somebody here. Like this feels like some kind of female Venus energy. So if it's not a female, I don't know, somebody that's like swallowed up something, and they're very venomous, and maybe they're saying like very nasty things. And I'm hearing that Madeline Bailey song where it's with only positive comments. This person will want to gas you up, right? You're on the road to success. Watch out for trolls and don't get depressed. Learn to be bold. Haters gonna hate. Testers gonna test. But you continue your journey because you're the best. I feel like this person's wanting to pour into you right now and saying, look, you're at a really difficult time. You're almost to the top. Keep going. It's one foot in front of the other. They wouldn't lie to you about like the precarity of your situation. It is precarious. Yes, you need to like be on alert. But this person's like, sometimes we go through those things in life, and I just want to comfort you and to encourage you and to let you know that people love you, people do love you, and you just keep going. Trouble doesn't last always, is what I'm hearing. Trouble doesn't last always. Yeah, like this is just the January of your soul. These clouds are temporary problems. This is a very positive person. They really do believe that you're a good person and that you didn't bring any of this on. Sometimes we just get the boot, is what I'm hearing. Sometimes we just get the boot. It says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. I actually don't get that. I'm hearing work smarter, not harder. So I think this person would want to make sure you're not burning out and that you're not doing too much here in the situation, because sometimes when we get into a negative situation, we can think, oh, I got to kick it into overdrive, and that's the only way. And it's that kind of desperation energy. I think this person would tell you slow and steady wins the race. It's just one day at a time. It's just put one foot in front of the other until you get yourself out of this situation. We also have this two-faced friend energy. So this person can see this because a cat energy is very like observant. They can see in the dark, and they're very good at catching vermin. And I feel like this person has caught a vermin in your life, or yeah, and they understand it's this dagger energy, fear, worries, tense situation. But I'm hearing like this is a two-faced friend, and again, I'm hearing that trouble doesn't last always. You know, it always, what's done in the darkness is going to come out in the light. Like this person is just wanting to help you keep your life in balance, but they can meet you where you're at. This person, this is a really good friend. Like regardless of who this person is in your life, I feel like whatever relationship you have with this person, it's built on a solid friendship, you know, where this person is just, they really have your back, this person, and they understand, you know, this person understands like the human experience. They're connected to you through your shared humanity is what I'm getting. You may have gone through something similar as what this person has gone through. This person may just kind of know. Again, this is like empathy at work, because this person, even if they haven't gone through your exact situation, they don't know what it's like to deal with this exact variable. This person knows what it feels like to be scared, you know, and to feel down and to feel like the world is like against you, or to feel like nobody's going to believe you. I think this person is also pouring into you that people do believe you, people will see it, people do understand. This person is like The Cure. And I just heard that Lady Gaga song, The Cure. I don't remember any of the lyrics, but it's like that vibe of that song I really feel like is coming through here with this person. They know that you are feeling frustrated. If this person has some kind of connection with a person that could help you, like a lawyer or a therapist, this person would like hook you up with that person. Might be a woman, because dealings or a relationship with a woman. But again, I feel like for some of you, because that earth energy to me, it's Venus. So it could have been somebody like taking a woman, or that was very supportive or nurturing like to you, or taking some kind of value, something that you've built or something here. But this could be a woman that you're asking about. And look, climbing towards success, honor, and respect will come to you. So it's just, again, I'm hearing that one foot in front of the other. And I'm saying the Queen of Pentacles in my mind. So this person could be very intuitive, or they think that you're very intuitive. They would maybe want to encourage you to listen to your intuition. I'm hearing that song. It's like, listen to your heart. You will see what you mean to me. Search your heart. It's a Brandy song from like back in the day. Search your heart, search your soul. When you find me, then you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth fighting for. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. But this person, it feels like when you find me there, like it's searching for spirit or searching for yourself, searching for the friend within. Yeah, I wish I could remember the name of that song because it's such a beautiful song. But it's a Brandy song from like way back in the day. The album, you know the album, the black and white album with the side of her face on it. It's on that album. Yeah, okay. But this person would just want to encourage you and tell you it's worth it and not to give up on yourself. And a sincere, yeah. Okay, so you might feel like you're threading the needle, but I'm hearing that Shawn Mendes song. It's like needle in a thread, got to get you out of my head. Needle in a thread, gonna wind up dead. So they would want to take your mind off of things. This person might just invite you to come over and do something calm if you want, like just watch a movie or, or even like take you out. Just, do you want to just go get a drink, or can I buy you an ice cream? Whatever. This is a very loving, supporting person. I don't think this person would call you drunk. I think that you would have a conversation with this person over a drink. This would be like a beer on the porch, or you might call this person crying drunk. But I'm hearing you in a very small voice. Maybe, I don't think you'd say much. I think that you would just it would be obvious in your energy that you were crying and that you were small in your energy and that you couldn't almost voice like the pain of what you were going through. And I feel like this person would just pick that right up. This is a good friend. This is somebody who would just pick that right up. They would just hear that you needed help and they would hear that you were in pain. And this is a person where I feel like almost no words are needed. This is a real gift. I just heard to humanity, to the world, like this person is a real gift in your life because they just are there for you. I feel goosebumps. It feels like a warm hug. This person's energy is like a warm hug, just a warm blanket, like over your shoulders. This is a very nurturing person and their energy is very calm. And I feel like that's why you think of this person when you're in trouble. You might not even know why you're calling this person. Like, because you don't know why when you're in trouble you think of this person, because this person is just a sheltering tree. This is a Queen of Pentacles energy. Whether this is a man or whether this is a woman, their energy is very Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles for me, it's like a lot Capricorn. So and I'm thinking of Uttara Shada energy, which is unstoppable victory. I feel like this person has this kind of mark upon them. It's the opposite of the mark of the beast is what I'm hearing. I also think this person has a life outside of technology. Like none of us have a life completely free of technology. I really think that that's very rare, like in the modern world. But I think this person has a life in a sense of like, they're very grounded, like in the earthy, they might like to garden. They might drink teas, like earthy energy. Like this is an earthy person, earth energy, earth angel. Yeah. And this person has like very strong roots. And, a lot of people have this very, superficial view of kind of nurturing people. They want to say the right things. Oh, I'm sure it's going to be okay. And a lot of times it doesn't make you feel better because it's not just going to be okay. And you want that person to understand that. This is the person who understands that. Part of why this person's energy is so comforting to you is because of the stability in their energy, in their life and in their energy. I feel like this person doesn't have a lot of drama. They don't have a lot of chaos because this person's energy feels averse to that. I feel like this person would have just built a life that's very safe and very stable. And that's why I think people like to go to this person's house. And you might be invited into this person's, I just heard inner sanctum, inner sanctuary, because it just feels calm there. It just feels sweet there. And it's an extension of this person's energy. Yeah. So if you called this person, I think you would maybe be drunk. I don't even think you'd be crazy drunk. I think you would have had a drink or something and it would have been enough to push your emotions like to the top. You would have just called this person in a small voice and this person may come over. And sit with you and have some tea, bring over, this is somebody who brings a casserole. This is somebody they'll stop and get your favorite food, or a tub of ice cream or something. And they'll come over and they'll sit with you and it'll be very calm. And this is also a person who can sit in silence, and just wait for you and it won't be awkward. They're not gonna be staring at you or anything. And I'm getting an image of this person coming over and like feeding your dog and just kind of doing the dishes, like while you're kind of sitting there, or it's mom energy. This person has like mom energy, but it's not gross or like incestuous. They're comforting. This is a nurturing person. This is beautiful. This is a really nice energy to have around you. I just feel like I heard protect them at all costs. This is a real one. This is a soft, tender heart. This is the kind of person where if you invest in this person, if you invest any amount of your energy at all into protecting this person, their space in the world, then it just pays out in dividends, not just for you, but it pays out for like the community, because this is a person who's just very stable and very comforting. This is a beautiful energy. I can see why I'd call this person, you would meet this person in line at the grocery store and want to call them drunk. Like that's the energy that this person, and they have the antidote, the remedy. Yeah. The remedy is an experience. This is a strange and not liaison, says the comedy. So this person, they have a really good blend. I think this person, so like the first pile, they want to bring you through a labyrinth to where they're trying to get you to view them in a certain light, right? Like, oh, this is the answer, whatever. This person, I think it's much different. This person's going to hands off while you're going through your emotional experience. They're really just there to kind of provide a safe space, a safe container, just sit with you while you go through whatever it is that you need to go through. But I do think you'll end up lighter at the end of it, because you're going to release, like in terms of crying. I think this person is an energy worker, whether or not they realize it. There's some sort of like harmonizing or rebalancing, like just having this person's energy in your space that happens through them. I just heard this happens through them. It's not even something that they're consciously, it's because this person's energy is so purified. In the Christian church that like I grew up in, there's a lot of talk about like you prepare your, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. This person is so genuine in that energy. This person has such a genuine energy that they really have prepared themselves, whether they set out to or not. That's the thing. Be very wary. This person teaches you to be wary of the people who are like, and I'm out making myself a living sanctuary for God. And it's like, this person just is that. It feels that way around this person. They don't need a poster placard onto their chest saying like, I am a good person. They just are. But they're so genuine. That pulse within them is so genuine that I just feel like it's that sanctuary energy, and it just comes through them. They really have made themselves habitable for, like, I'm literally hearing like the Holy Spirit. I'm seeing a golden energy come through this person, which gold is like alchemizing. But I'm also seeing a golden energy like wrap you in like a cocoon. And gold is like strong, but it's also malleable. And yeah, it's like, it's very, you would be called to call this person, I think. Yeah, this is beautiful. So let's just see what else. Let's get some more message cards here, and then we'll wrap this up. Ex-lover, memories, the past, old flame, nostalgic, and date. So maybe you would be sad about an ex-lover here. Maybe this person is an ex-lover. I hope not. Maybe that's why you're worried about calling this person, because maybe you didn't do this person right, or this person's an ex-lover of yours. Oh, divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural, karma, liquid courage, bravery, confidence, intoxicated, or odd behavior. So this could be a catalyst. So if you got drunk and called this person, or if this person got drunk and called you, it would have been like some kind of divine intervention here. Between the lines, hidden meaning, vague, speculate, implicit. Yeah, this person can pick up on things in between the lines. Take a chance. Take a chance on me. Na 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 na. Party. Yeah, you could have taken a chance at a party, like with you could have rolled the dice here, maybe with an ex-lover. Oh no, and then ended up married to that person. I don't know. Or maybe that was the divine intervention. Unfinished business. Okay, so I kind of feel like that's your energy towards this person that you would be calling. There's unfinished business. It's not over. Baggage, back and forth. So it could have been divine intervention that took you away from this person. Ghosted. Disappear, silence, ignored, or rejected. So something that happened here could have caused somebody to feel rejected, or somebody here could have ghosted. So I guess this person, I mean, if all this went down, there could have been actually some carnage that went on here between the two of you, and this person's still in a very loving energy. Social media, spying online, reminiscing, reconciliation, reunion, second chance, back together, I miss you. I feel like maybe, do you miss this person? Yeah, travel, distance, boundaries, far apart. So you could be far apart. Okay, the grass is greener. Jealousy, better option. Unhappy, deserve better. Then addiction energy, toxic attachment, drugs, alcohol, obsession. So I don't know if this is the situation you're in, like that you would talk about with this person. You're in this situation like with like a lover or something like that. And there's all this drama and stuff that like went on, and this person would just be a loving presence, talking you through that. Fated meeting, meant to be. Yeah, there's some kind of fated divine intervention energy at a party with an ex-lover. Venom or antidote, venom or antidote, venom or antidote. Reconciliation, liquid courage. It feels like a reconciliation was going to go one way or another. I don't know. So I feel like you would be processing this with this person, or for some of you, this is a person here, but this is a lovely energy. So this is like definitely not a karmic. Like to you, this person hasn't been karmic. I feel like, I don't know. This kind of went left for me at the end. This person's energy is very stable, and it's very clarifying, and it's very calm. And I feel like whatever this person would say would have you thinking about the situation in a different light. A lot of divinity goes on around this person, like a lot of like divine intervention energy, things that are otherworldly, catalyst energy that brings out karmas that, storm warning, upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, drama, new love. Why would surrender? So I don't know. This person's like an energy worker, but it's like the divine's the energy worker, like through this person. I don't exactly understand what goes on around this person. I can tell you it's otherworldly. And it brings out, they say that your karmas flower. They like fruit. They come up to the surface. There's something that ripens people's karmas in this person's energy. It brings them up. It brings them to the surface in order to surrender. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to get some other message cards, and then we're going to call this. Hidden feelings might come out. Like this person just has this way, or I just feel like this works through them, like of bringing up what is hidden. I feel like you want to talk to this person. That's what I feel like. Is I feel like I'm in all the messaging, because this person's kind of calm and quiet in their energy and deeply reflective. But I feel like you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Like maybe that's what you want to say to this person. I left you before you could leave me. I feel like this is the one that got away. This would be the one that got away in any arena of your life. Like this doesn't have to even be like this. If this is a friend, if this is like this, would be the one that got away, because my God, is this person a blessing? Literally, my God, hallelujah. Like, you know what I'm saying? If this is like the kind of energy you could have prayed for this person, or this person was an answer to your prayers, but this would be a pure calling out of the heart that you needed a friend, that you needed, I just heard boss, that you needed this kind of boss or that kind of boss. Like this is an answer to your prayers, but I feel like some kind of divine intervention happened. I just feel like you want to, I hid who I really am from you. Maybe you feel like you were venom. I hide behind material things. I'm so attracted to you. Yeah, I feel like you feel sorry. You feel sorry because next to this person, your energy has become clear. Next to this person, your energy has become clear. And honey, maybe that was the point. Maybe that's the clarifying gift. I wish things could be different. Finding out the truth crushed me. I just asked, well, what would this person say back? Finding out the truth crushed me. Venom. Of who you were, or what you were saying, or what happened here. So maybe you're upset about the way you treated this person, but you don't know how to say it, and you don't know how to. I'm going to leave this here because I feel like I can't get anywhere near this because it gets like so cluttered and confusing. Like once like the messages or the words that are involved, I think you would be crying over this person. I think that you would feel small because of the way you treated this person, what you said to this person, about this person. And this is like an earth angel. And so I think you're like, of all the people, and you don't understand yourself probably, like in regard to this person. But it's because there's some divinity going on where this person kind of ripens karmas. So anything that you need to be tested with, or that's like right there bubbling on the surface, it'll come out around this person. This is like catalyst energy, and it's a real divinity. And you may have that could have been it too. You may have lashed out at this person because you thought that was coming from them. The venom. But it doesn't. It's the energy around this person. It's very high vibrational is what I'm hearing. So it's like if you're of a different vibration, a lower vibration, and you step into this person's space, shit is going to pop off that you didn't even know was there. And because you were around this person when that happened, you kind of say, you did that. This person was the catalyst, but it's because their energy is so high. And it's like this person's function here. This reminds me of Dolores Cannon, the second group of volunteers, where they're meant to lift vibration going into certain places. But I just heard, don't kill the messenger. That was one of the messages I've got coming out. I don't know if it already came out or not. Don't kill the messenger. So it's like this person's energy is the messenger. This person gives people, I just heard their shit back, but they because they're so high vibrational, their mirror is like crystal clear, and there's almost no running from it, and it does funny things to people. And I think you could have lashed out here towards this person. I think you would feel very sorry, and I feel that you would want to hug. And I think you feel bad about that, because I think you realize you should be the person comforting this person the way you acted or the way you behaved, but that you actually require this person's nurturing and this person's forgiveness. There's something about this person really seeing people. Like, you know that they really saw you and you're ashamed. And I think you're sad, and no words are necessary with this person. They would feel it in your energy that you're actually really sorry. And the words would just be supplement. And I think you wish there were words that you could say, because I'm not sure that this group has mastered how to energetically communicate, like in terms of just being your full self and just dropping the guard and just letting yourself be seen in this person's presence. I think it happens anyway. I think this person just really sees people. There was like a venomous energy. Like, I'm seeing a Venus, because the earth to me is like Venus, kind of like coming through as Venus in this pile, like earth angel, earthy, beautiful, feminine, abundant, like growing, and then it's getting eaten by this venomous energy. You could have done this, or you could have laughed while someone else did this, and it's really not funny, and it never was funny. And I think it's something like, what's wrong with you? Like, I think this entire group, so for some there's a group involved here. It's like, what's wrong with you people? What's wrong with us that we think this is funny? I don't really want to spend, I just heard my retirement in hell. I don't want to spend my, this isn't, like, so this person was maybe a messenger that was sent by the divine. I hid who I really am from you. This person also hid themselves. You might have thought that about this person. Dear God, you have everything going for you. Why are you so like mundane or understated or something? But again, there's kind of that on both sides, but this person leads through energy. So it's not like this person was trying to hide who they are from you. It's just, you were being so loud. Y'all were being so loud that you just, that's what I'm hearing. Y'all were just being so loud. Nobody was trying to hide from you. Something went on here. Wish I had treated you better. Yeah. So, ripening of the karmas. That's, I just heard, I can't think of it's Prabhupada karmas. Those karmas. I don't know. Some of you will know in the chat, but okay. Yes, he ghosted you. I think when people run from this person, they run from the image of themselves. But then if they're extremely low vibrational, they don't understand that that's what's going on. They're actually casting blame, and they're being very venomous, and they're like talking bad about you, but really they hate themselves. Like, that's what's going on around this particular person. And it is ruthless, and it needs to stop. Okay, so this is coming through from the divine, and it's this finger wagging energy. And for some of you, this is your grandma. Okay. And your grandma is like a part of sending this person, no, we don't do that in this family. We don't treat people like that in this family. And they're saying like, you clean this up. You don't hang out with us. I'm watching your grandma like chase somebody out of the house with a broom, like smacking them on the butt. Like, get out. This energy is gone. We're done with it. Those people who brought that out, we're done with it. It's gone. This is like Flora, Fauna, and Merriweather. This is like a cleaning energy. Your grandma's coming in here to clean house, and she's like, we're just running them all off. All those people that you were allowing in your life and in your ear. There could be a drinking connection, venom, poison. Some poison here. This is a grandmother energy that is just, man, this grandma, she can be mean, but she's like, this is the kind of grandma you want. You know what I'm saying? She's, get out of my house. Get out of here. Like, that's the vibe. If we can't have nice people like pile number 2 over as our company, in our space, as our friends, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Anybody who's in this room that makes that an uninhabitable space for a pile number 2 person, they're gone. They gone. Go, Granny. This is Granny the superhero. Go, Granny. Okay, so that's really what I got here. Yeah, this is an interesting energy for you to have connected with in your life. And it's very heaven sent. It's very divinely guided. And you will need to make amends with this. But this is the kind of thing you make amends directly with God, because this person is funneling. It's the God energy that flows through this person that was disrespected. And I just heard the temple was disrespected. The temple of God was disrespected. So if you want to make amends to this, you go directly to the temple. You're to leave this person out of it for some of you, because this person is they have a calling over their life, and this person is meant to be a sheltering tree. And we're not going to be confusing them with this is a person. It's like you need to go to your therapist, because your therapist can hold space because they weren't victimized by you or your friends or like whatever was going on here. So we're not going to confuse this person's energy because they have a mission to be kind of this sheltering tree, but it's for the right people at the right time. That's on offer. If hell was brought towards this person, then hell will be removed from this person. So you need to go directly to God, whatever that means to you. That's what this is meant to do. It's a catalyst in your heart. This is a wake-up call. This is, dear God, who I am. Who am I? How have I let myself fall this far down? How can I make repair? This would be on a magnificent scale. To do this to this kind of person, there's something deeply wrong, and I think you know that, and you need to be getting at whatever that is in whatever way you do, in like an honest capacity, and then you bring it to the temple. That's like really what's gone on. And if you're wrapped up in something that continues to cause harm to people, this is reminding me of the confession reading. Actually, Spirit just said to leave that there. If they're called to listen to the confession reading, then they will. Oh, because they're karmas. The karmas. You will interact with your karmas in the way that you need to. There's no shortcuts here. So you need to figure stuff out, and like it needs to be a calling of your own heart. So they don't want me to give that. They don't want me to give that. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna leave that there. That was pile number 2. All right. Let me just have some water. Water. Yeah. My muchness ASMR said, she could be mean talking about Granny, LOL. Oh my gosh, she was grouchy and I love her for it. There's something about that protective energy that actually you do benefit from having it around you. Like when that energy loves you and is well-intentioned and it runs off all the bad energy, that is an important thing. And none of us want to be the person to do that. So a lot of us outsource that energy in our life. But that's when the cockroaches come in. That's when all the little vermin come in. Remember, this person catches the vermin in pile 2. Remember I said that? They catch the vermin. So if you got a lot of vermin around you, I mean, this person would have a heyday, I guess. But they're going to notice. So there's a double team, like Granny and like this pile number 2 person. There's like a link there. Like this person, Granny is responsible for sending this person in your life. And I just heard for some of you, it's because Grandpa was so mad. Because I often pick up on a grandfather energy that's just so mad. And he always tells me just stay out of it, because it's like between him and his like grandson or whatever's going on here. And it's like, I have every right to have wanted my grandson to be a decent human being. I have every right to have wished that for my family and for my family line. And I felt like I was doing the right things in order to like bring that to fruition, and for him to have fallen so far, or for him to be the force that he is in the world, for him to treat women the way that he does. It upsets me greatly, and I would punch him in the mouth. And that's not something that you would understand. Like I get told on a regular basis to like stay out of it, but I feel like this is somehow like maybe Granny that's paired up with this grandfather, and she's like, can you go sit down and like I'll deal with this, and so she's kind of like brought this in order to clean up the clutter in the mess. She's the one that's kind of taken action, and she's put him in a corner here for just a second, while she's trying to clean up certain things. And then you can go have the conversation that you need to have in the way, but he needs to understand certain things about himself first, and his little friends and his behavior. He needs to understand that first. All right, that was pile 2. Yeah, there seems to be 2 stories in that. Definitely. Ma Durga. Yeah, definitely. There is definitely strong, potent feminine energy here. And I just saw a tongue lashing out. But this isn't like in a bad way. This is just the truth, baby. If it can be destroyed by the truth, then it should be. If the truth about yourself makes you feel bad, that's a wake-up call is what that is. Nobody's like hurting you. They're trying to... It's the antidote. It feels like venom, but it's the antidote. And somebody who lives their life in such unalignment with positive energies, with God energy, with compassionate energy, that's going to feel like venom, but it's because the venom feels comforting to them, because it numbs them out. The sweet story about how righteous they are in all their fucked up behavior feels good to them. You know what I'm saying? Like the numbing out experience feels good to them. So it's flipping those energies. Those energies need to get flipped in somebody's life in order for them to even be on the path to goodness, the path to healing, and the path to truth. And for some of them, I do think it involves like AA or like drying out or getting off of a certain other kind of drug that like numbs them out and makes them think that their behavior is okay. It feels to me like this, certain things keep trailing about, which is telling me in pile number 2, there's like a certain process that's been like, this process needs to play out. So this person's energy was so impactful. The loving pile number 2's energy was so impactful in your life that will carry you through till death, is what I'm hearing. Like the chain of events that person set into your life, the healing chain of events will follow you through the end of this life. You don't even need to interact with them anymore. But it just keeps rolling out more and more connections or realizations or something like that. I feel like, and that's the path that you're meant to be on, you know, is one realization, another realization. Once you get one realization, it will lead to another, it will lead to another. And that's this person's legacy in your life. That's their legacy in your life. And you need to look at this other group or people. What's their legacy in your life? They have you being mean to an earth angel. They encourage you to imbibe and indulge in venomous activities. What are these people's legacy in your life? And what do you want your legacy to be? What's your legacy in each of these people's lives? Were you an enabler to this group of people? I think you're called to be, in whatever way you can, more like this pile number 2 person. Nonsense doesn't exist around you. The buck stops with you. You need to get real. You need to tell yourself the truth, okay? Because you're hurting people. Something like that. Like, I think you're called to actually like step into that energy gradually over time yourself, to be that healing force for other people as well, such as that person's legacy. Flipping you to the right side and all the impact that's going to have on your friends that were in a low, that's the legacy of this person. See how powerful that is? And I think there could have been a lot of like mean words said about this person, laughing at them, calling them weak, trying to destroy them. Well, look at this person now, honey. Look at them. Look at the legacy that they've left in your life. Does that look weak to you? Does that feel small to you? And you should feel bad. If you treat someone like this wrong, you should. And no one should get in the way of you doing that. It's just a matter of what you do with that energy. And it's not, don't run to get comforted. Make change. That's what this is about. And I just heard Man in the Mirror from Michael Jackson. But I have to put that there because that energy will keep running forever. Like the things that you can learn about yourself and other people will just keep running forever. Because it's a high vibrational, I just heard high octave, high vibrational energy that you've come into contact with. And it's otherworldly. It is like this person, I'll just say this last thing about this pile number 2 person. They've realized that the ego isn't where it's at. It's not of this person what's coming through them. They realize that the highest that they could achieve is being a vessel for the divine. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. So this person like has no ego in the sense they have an ego. You have to have an ego to exist in this world, to navigate it well and appropriately. Even if you are a spiritual person, the ego is just in its place and it's healthy and it doesn't think it's you, right? So this person doesn't praise their ego. They know that being a vessel for the divine is the best thing that they can do, and they're serious about it. They don't want to be deluded and think that they're a vessel for the divine. You see what I'm saying? That's the energy that you've disrespected. It's not, it is this person. I think that you probably did disrespect this human being, but there's a different energy that has come through that was disrespected, and that's what you need to start making amends with. So, okay, we'll leave that there. Yeah. Reconciliations could always happen, but do you want to allow that energy in your life? Yeah. I mean, a reconciliation could happen. Yeah. It could happen. She was exactly the most spiritual person I ever knew. Yeah, for some of you, this person was like, they sparked some kind of like spiritual path in you. Okay, so moving on here. Let's go to pile 3. Actually, let's compassion. Compassion. I just love that, you know? All right, one more drink of water, and then we'll move to pile 3. Compassion. Okay. Pile number 3. Interesting. This is the one that it's like, I haven't gotten any whiffs of the energy here. I kind of feel like this. Okay, I'm getting it. I am getting a certain strong energy off of this pile. I kind of feel like this person wouldn't. There's anger here. This person might not drunk dial you. There could be some kind of like mother or family force in between you and this person. But this person has a vibe of like, you don't want none. You don't want none coming off of this person, okay? Because this person can be venomous. They're very controlled in it, though. This person wins fights, I can tell you that. Okay. For some of you, I literally am getting an energy off of this person where there's like King Kong energy. I don't know. It's like this person wins fights, and I feel like because of that, this person would never slip up and call you drunk. They're too kind of like controlled and like contained, and they may use... See this moon energy here? There's some kind of blockage with the moon energy. So they could use some kind of moon energy as an authority, but there's strange structures I'm hearing on this moon. There's, this is a strange moon. So it could be that they use a mother, like a very forceful mother that's like in between, or like a family, or this person uses their position as mother as like some sort of authority or something, or blockage. Okay, let's just see. That's a prayer wheel, Kimmy. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Pile number 3, spirit. If pile number 3's person drunk dialed them. This isn't... There's strong feminine energy here, but this feels different. It's a different kind of strength. It's like this is a... Let me just see what this says here. This person drunk dialed you. I just heard they might have somebody else drunk dial you. This is the kind of person that would like record you. I don't know. Oh man. Okay, this person wants you to feel bad. That's kind of what I'm getting, but I feel like this person sort of like stands in their power. This person induces a sense of like self-doubt. You kind of have to build your own inner strength here. This person... Okay, I don't know how to describe this. This person is in control of all things at all times. I think they lead with some kind of nurturing energy, either that comes from themselves, like that they have. This person could have a position of authority within a family, or this person could use their position of like a nurturing energy here as a blockage. It's actually a block, blocking you from your own intuition. And this person is very calculated in the moves that they make. And this is a different kind of strength than pile number 2. It's a more selfish kind of strength. It's a win at all costs kind of strength, but I don't think this person comes off that way. They're very controlled and they're very measured. So this is a person that has other people do their bidding, other people do their dirty work. I just heard flying monkeys. This is a dangerous energy. Like, yeah, so if this person, this is the type of person that would frame you. Like if you drunk dialed this person, this is the kind of person who would tell you that you need to like, they'd just be like, you need to sober up. They would maybe use this as like evidence or something. There's a lot of past resentments that you may have towards this person and that this person may have against you. They would see you as maybe trying to make they would accuse you of being moody or like you have an overactive imagination, because you may accuse this person of things. Like if you caught on, again, you might be the one to drunk dial this person because they're like seated in their seat of power, and like they would accuse you of being moody. They would accuse you of like having, oh, you just have like a real strong imagination, don't you? That I'm just this way and I'm just that way, right? Spirit wants you to stay away from this person. Spirit wants to like protect you and like put a block up. This person really blocks your intuition. There's something, this is like the opposite energy to pile number 2. They're almost, they have a strong energy, like, but they have a strong ego here as well. So this person's strength comes from their ego. They have a very highly developed ego. This person understands, this person tries to they try to control people's decisions. They try to funnel people on into certain groups and categories. This is a person who's very persuasive. This person, it's almost like a lawyer energy, you know? This person is the lawyer of their life. They're like an arbitrator of some kind, but spirit is really wanting you to turn inward, to listen to your inner strength. And this person really puts a block to the intuition. This person really wants to get, they're the queen. This person's the queen of everything. Even if this is a man, I feel like he's a queen. So maybe this is the kind of man, this is reminding me of, remember back in the day, that show, I Love New York? The smaller white guy that, I think he did end up winning the show, and he was always putting the masks on and like, I don't know. Spirit wants you to take a defensive position. This person likes to make you feel small. So anything that this person says, and I feel like it would be minimal, because I think that you've had a cycle with this person. You've had a cycle where this person has, they've already reduced you. Like, I think if this person's going to chew you up and spit you out. So like, once they feel like they've wrung everything that they can get out of you, they're going to put you at a distance because they've discarded you. Discard. And you're no longer like worthy or valuable, and this person wants you to be seen in a certain light. They want you, this person wants to take everything you have. They want to like they want to take your money and positionally like knock your position in like your standing in the world. But they also want to take like your self-esteem. They want in your mind, this is a person who plays mind games. Oh, that's the moon energy. They want to play mind games, but moon in like the Vedic side of things is, it's not just the mercurial side of the mind, that like pattern finding and it's logical, it's the emotions. So this person, patterns and emotions, like this person may accuse you of being crazy, or if you try to call out this person's like machinations, this is a person who I think pitches into like emotional crisis, but they're this is the person that's very calculated about that. So you could have even been accusing this person of being emotionally volatile or unstable in the past. They never were. And that's just going to chill up your spine, because this person was never emotionally volatile. They would pitch into a crisis because they thought that's what would work on you. This person may have tried to get you to view them in as like a needy person or a wounded person or somebody in need of nurturance or family or something, but this person is very strong. This person, it was just a ploy. It was just a trick. It was just a position that they were trying to maneuver you into. They would never admit to that, because this person's position, this person's mind games are everything, and they block you off. This person like has a hole inside of them. This person's just like a grief machine. I feel like there's strategy here. This is the person that like, look, the Four of Wands keeps coming out in reverse. And that to me, it's just coming across as like a very disharmonious union. This is a very, maybe you thought that this was like a happy home, or this person gives the impression that they have like a Four of Wands kind of home environment. Very happy, very exciting, very vivacious or whatever, but really it is a war zone. It is a drama fueled war zone. There's rage. This person has like a lot of rage. And yeah, this is like, this person represents like shattered dreams, and this person erodes people's strength. That's what I'm getting, but it's their ego that does this. So anything this person says to you on a drunk phone call, I think you would be the person drunk, because this person would have taken everything from you. You would be like the down and outer, you know, and this person wants you to be seen that way, and it would just play into this person's plans that you were drunk and weak, and this person would tell everybody, and they, even if you weren't, this is a person who makes stuff up, you know, and maybe you realize that they made certain things up about their family, about being needy, about, they make something up, and I feel like the shoe is on the other foot now. Like at the end of this, where it's like you're starting to realize this person's a liar, and that that basically that they are abusive. This person is so good at what they do too. This person might bring up certain things to like get you, and it could have to do with some like a piece of jewelry is what I'm getting, like your grandmother's piece of jewelry, something that was important to you that you have like given this person. They may bring that up to flick you in the face. This person's very good at just peppering things into the conversation that they know are this person doesn't have emotions, okay? They're very in control of their emotions, but they're also very good at they project a certain emotional feminine quality into the world, but that's just what they find to be most helpful for them to get what they want. And you're actually the emotional one in the situation. And you might not have realized that, but this person spotted it right away, that you are actually the soft person. You are the caring person. You are the nurturing person. And so this person wants to flick you in the face in order to bait you into an emotional reaction. Any kind will do, because this person, to them, they view people who have emotions as weak. Because this person, and I think they like to present themselves as being, it's double speak with this person. They're emotional when it suits them of, I'm the victim and I need help. But then also like, oh my gosh, look at pile number 3. They're so emotional. They're so out of control. They're so unhinged. Like, aren't they a danger to themselves and our family and society? Or aren't they sad and pathetic? Like, there's something about that where it's like, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. This person, it has like double standards. There's always strings attached. This person also may offer to help you. I just really get that this person would try to maneuver you into a position of such despair that you would call them drunk, crying, lashing out, wanting them back because they're your everything. That's also what this person does, is they try to take everything, and they know you're going to want your stuff back. They know you're going to want all the things that they've taken from you back. Your position in society, your home, your family, your this. They get all that stuff because they know that if you were in your right mind, you'd never miss them. You would know this person is toxic. You get the hell away from them, and you would have done it day 1. If you didn't do it day 1, you would have done it day 2. If you didn't do it day 2, you would have done it day 3. If you didn't do it day 3, you would have done it day 4. Like, if you had this person's card, the sooner the better. But so they take all your stuff, and they know that you will long after those things. This is a person is a master at getting you to do all the work, building something up, and then just taking it. And they know you're going to want all that stuff back. And part of them, because this person there's a social commandeering, there's a social game playing, face painting, drama that's playing out here. This person likes theater. The theater. It's all just a theater to this person. Because of that, it's like they know that they've got you in a position where you have to appeal to their humanity, or you have to appeal to their emotions that they don't have. But they like you to think that they have, because they get off on it. They get off on you kind of lusting after them or longing after them, or longing. They want the life that you thought you once had, but you never had it because it was all just a sham. So this person, they want you to have to appeal to them. They want you longing after their approval in some way. They want to maneuver you into a position where you require their social approval. You require them to okay you into the group. So they're seen as benevolent. So they're going to stage something where everything pops off and they blame you. They take everything from you, and everybody comforts them and tells them how strong they are, and they're protecting their family, and they're this and they're that. That's what they love. And then when you're so down and out and you've been framed for this, that, and the other, I'm not saying that you were perfect in this situation, but this person is trying to catch you out. This is an enemy. This is an enemy in your midst. Then they don't mind you coming back, but they've brought you fully to heal. Because if you want back in these social circles, if you want back with your family, then you have to hand this person all the power. And they're looked at as benevolent for letting you back in. They love it when you're weak. This person will wither you down to a shell of your former self. And then they will say, well, I'm so benevolent. I guess I could forgive you. I guess this, I guess that. It was never their place to forgive you. You didn't do anything wrong. If the one thing you did wrong was not becoming aware of who this person was and stepping out of it and just like sidestepping out of it. But try not to be too hard about yourself, because this person is a master at what they do. This is a master manipulator. They're setting out to deceive you and everybody else. This person's lies are on lock as well. This is like a full, like, complete mask. I'm not saying the mask doesn't slip, because nobody can like put on a mask or a performance. Yeah, this person wanted you to think that they were your lovers, energy, but there's a huge misalignment of values here as well. I think this person put on a show that they had similar values that you did. And that's also how they know to push your buttons. This person got to know you. They listened to you, to your values, and they tried to position that as what they were doing or something. And then, so that's how they know what buttons to push, because you are a person who does have emotions, and you are a person who does have values. Even if you don't live up to them, that's basically essentially what makes this person stronger than you in this scenario, is that they don't have emotions, and they certainly don't have them for you. Even if this person does have emotions, it's like they're totally vapid where you are concerned. They don't care. They don't care. They were always out to outmaneuver you from the beginning. From the beginning, this person set out to outmaneuver you. So they want to cause you suffering. I think they want to use a misalignment in your values because, again, this could be family. So now you don't get to have your family, and then that's meant to cause you suffering, that you are living outside of alignment with your own values because they control all your values. Because if this is a family, it's like if this is the other parent to your child, then you put all of your hopes and dreams about being able to bring those values into fruition on this person. It all hinges on this person being who they say they are, and they're just not. So they know that, and they want to cause you pain. They want you to feel a lack of support. They want you to respect their authority. This person may have another person involved that you now have to go through as an authority. They like that too. Yeah, this person's a real piece of work. But that's something just making this more public. So it's like if there's an authority that you have to, well, that's not really my decision. And it could, if this, I don't know. It could appeal to some kind of traditional structure. Like, well, you have to check through with this person. But for you to check through with that person, it's like you've made this more public to do that. There's something more people are aware in order for you to do that. Or now you've told a person that you don't have this family tie, emotional tie to. So if it gets out, then that person can be blamed. Yeah. This whole thing is for you to become more independent and more secure within yourself. This is meant to not to just to kind of deal with this. I really feel like if you've gotten yourself in a situation with this person, there's no undoing that. This is like sunken cost fallacy territory where it's like you feel like you've already invested enough, or again, you've already built something here with this person, but it was lost before it was even built. It was lost like prior to day one because this person set out to deceive you in order to convince you to do all the work and take something from you. Or that's what this person does. They convince people to do all the work, and they do it through an appeal to a family dynamic or emotions or cycles or seasons or infirmity. This person's very good. I like that they study you and they study your values and they understand what kind of work. And so that's how they take your effort, and they position themselves as whatever you need. If you need a hero, they'll be a hero. If you need somebody to save, they'll be somebody to save. But it's all a lie. There's a lot of holes. I'm picturing this moon as like Swiss cheese. There's a lot of holes in this person's story that would become apparent to you. You didn't want to see it in the past because they were everything that you wanted them to be. They were scratching some kind of psychological itch for you. And that's what they do. They know that they're doing that. They can just play on a person's psychology so well. So Spirit is saying, do not get wrapped up in the sunken cost fallacy. Even if you are sad, this is like journal it out. Talk with a friend. Get yourself into therapy. That's the person you need to be processing your emotions with. This is a person that will weaponize your emotions against you. They will paint you out they'll use that in their lies. They'll use that to make you weak. So, and they've been doing that the whole time. So you got to get out of it. Yeah. Deal with the inner turmoil, deep-seated fears, secrets, releasing worry, hope, and reaching out. I think this person wants to cause enough pain and worry in you that you have to reach out, even if it's like during a divorce proceeding, to yell at them because they feed off of it. This person likes to know that they've pissed you off. This is somebody who will file something. They like it when you find out via a different means, and especially like a court proceeding or something. And then you read that and you're like, this is ridiculous. And then like you get on the phone to them and they're like, are you really out of your effing mind? Like they live for that because they know that they flicked you in the face and they know that they've pissed you off. So you got a gray rock here. I really feel like this could be a narcissist for some of you, and they will outplay you because they don't care about you. This is the kind of person who lives and dies by the rule of he who cares the most loses. And it'll hold true in this because you care. Even if you don't care about them anymore, I think you still do. Even if you want to cause this person pain or like get your revenge or have them finally unmasked or something, that's still you caring and investing in an emotional capacity here. But even if you care about like your family or something, this person will use that against you. And the nostalgia, they'll play up on that. Yeah. I think this person as well, like, there's something about forgiveness. Can't we lean towards forgiveness? And you're like, you took my whole life from me. No, we can't lean forward towards forgiveness. I need to forgive myself for getting wrapped up in you. That's first. And until I do that, nothing like this person. Why can't you forgive me? This is a horrible person. This is like narcissists, like that kind of problematic personality. They do not follow our typical like human way of relating because they exploit every part of that. But this person will try to make you out to be the bad person for not doing those things because you can't do those things with a narcissist. You have to upend the normal human ways of relating. So I wouldn't call this person drunk. And they'll never call you drunk. Because, vulnerability, they feed off of it. Interference. Okay, like I said before, like an external third party is intruding on this relationship. This is the kind of person who would record you without your knowledge. Record you drunk. Passion. Try something you've never done before. That's what they want. They want to bait you into passion where you like pop off. Or where you're vulnerable. You will regret this. You will regret this. Because I feel like you are the one with emotions. You are the one that this person has done dirty. So you are the one likely to call this person drunk, because then your inhibitions are down and you're like, I want you to know all of my emotions. Like, I hate you. And this person's like, I don't care. I have all your stuff. I have all your kids. I have all your family. I don't care that you hate me. You can't do anything to me. This person flicking you. Because nothing is sacred to this person. There are no sacred cows in this person's life. But you have sacred cows. So they took all your sacred cows and they went, I control everything. It's a mastermind. This is, patience. So this is about patience and enduring. This is about getting through this. This is about, and trusting that the truth will come out about this person. Marriage, this relationship, marriage rejection. This person, the truth will come out about this person. I think they're going to meet their match. Somebody that isn't intimidated by them. They don't think they're God's gift. They can stand toe to toe with this person. This person has nothing that they want. They can look at them very objectively and reject this person. Decision. There could be a trust involved in this. Something could happen with a trust. Maybe that's part of it. I think that awakening. You awakening to who this person is enough right now. That's what Spirit wants you to like focus on. Because this person is shitty. And the truth is going to come out about this person. But you got to give it time. And honestly, you not engaging in that space helps for other people that may be being used as pawns. I come from a family like this. And I have actually been this person in many of my friends' lives who were going through like really shitty divorces. I was a kid of like a very problematic family. Very, very much. My parents took each other to court from the time I was 8 until the time I graduated high school. Knock them down in court. Vicious, vicious fighting. I was a pawn my entire life. And I was more aware than people gave me credit for. I didn't have any power as a kid. I was trying to just keep my little self safe as a kid. But I'm telling you, kids notice more than they let on. Okay? And if you focus on your energy and yourself, that will be seen. In most cases, it will be seen. Don't put on a performance. Let this person put on the performance. You stand in your own energy. You have your own personal awakening. You deal with yourself. You are up against a tyrant. And there's nothing you could have done about it. And also, this is teaching you self-love and self-compassion, because this person set out to fool you from the beginning. And like, what are you going to do? You know, you like to trust people, and you like to think that people are presenting themselves in a certain way. Go slow. Yeah, that's what I feel like this next stage is about. It's like, just go slow. I feel like you guys need to listen to pile number 2, because even if you don't have a person in your life like that, I feel like everything that the pile number 2 person would say to you about the situation, you need to hear right now. Just go slow. You're on the road to success, one step at a time. It's a precarious moment in your life, but have faith that the truth does prevail. What is done in darkness comes to light. Trust that being yourself, and I think you're called to be like this pile number 2 person. Again, like, it creates a very powerful mirror. Just like create a very powerful mirror. This person, just know that trouble doesn't last always, and that this person, I just feel like there will be enough people around this person eventually. I don't know. Maybe not. But I just feel like you need to release this. You need to work on like letting go of this, forgiving yourself for believing this person, and for cooperating with this person. I just feel like you need to focus on healing and focus on staying calm in yourself, because keep in mind, this person's going to try to flick you. They're going to try to flick you. And just know it's coming. Like when you're sitting in court, just know it's coming. You know how this person operates. You know there's subtle little digs and that. You know it. So just focus on having some tools in your tool belt to bring yourself back to baseline, to insulate yourself. That's your spiritual focus. That's the best you can do right now. So just focus on doing that. And get some good quality, good nurturing energy around you. I'm making sure you're getting good nourishing meals. Just taking care of yourself. I really feel like this next chapter is about self-love. It really is. Make sure you don't call this person drunk. if you can not drink, that would probably be the best for you right now. But again, just like make sure you're getting nourishing meals, all your vitamins, get your blood work done. Make sure you're getting all your nutrients if that's something that you're worried about. Just get in good, healthy cycles, good, healthy routines, and love yourself. Because if you were involved with this person, I think you were involved in a situation, and this looks family, it looks home, it looks right up close to you. There wasn't a lot of genuine nurturing. It was probably very cold. It was very slick. It was a lot of maneuvering. It was a lot of strategy. And you probably don't remember what that actual nurturing energy feels like, the warmth and the love and everything. So make sure to give yourself that and kind of sing yourself back to life. And then once you get your energy settled, I feel like you're going to manifest from that place, Then the people that come into your life. Yeah, for others of you, I'm being told to tell you that's potentially how you got involved with this person, is because you were not being kind to yourself. So when this person's energy that came into your life, it was so cold and it was so calculating, but you didn't pick up on it because your energy was very stark. Like you already were being mean to yourself, or you were already like not taking care of yourself. And so when they came in with their faux version of nurturing, you didn't have that place to kind of compare it to. So I feel like that's your journey now, is just go to the sauna, go to the gym, make sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep every night, watch a funny TV show in the background, make sure you get some laughs in, and I just heard distracting yourself isn't bad at this point in time, but just make sure that it's good distractions, like put friends on in the background and make sure you get some belly splitting laughs in there. Like just you can distract yourself with positive things, go to the park with your friends and your dog, once a week. Try to do certain things like that. I'm not telling you to put on whatever genuinely feels good for you. I just heard get a puppy, if that's something that a puppy is good for, routine. If you can afford a puppy and everything and if that's something you're called to do, it'll get you up and it'll get you out of the house in the morning, the fresh air. It'll do wonders for your health, I just heard. So, yeah. Take care of yourself. I feel like make sure you don't call this person drunk, because this person would never call you drunk. And if they are calling you drunk, it's staged and they're recording you because this person's controlling. It would be a part of their strategy, or they could have somebody else call you drunk or something. This person's a master strategist. They're always several steps ahead, and they use that moon energy to strategize. So I would just be very suspicious of this person. The more you can limit your contact with this person, the better. And I feel like you would be the one, because again, you have a heart and a soul, and values, you would be more likely to drunk dial this person. And I think your job is to make sure that you don't. Okay? I'm worried about you, but I'm not going to be, because I know you got this. And, oh my gosh, you've been going to the sauna on Sundays after shift. Yay. I think it was Finland that I heard they have like a government rule that every government building has to have a sauna in it. And they joined the UN or something, and then they had to put a sauna in the United Nations building. And I was like, where do I go to petition for that law? Like, yes, we should all have that law. All right. You're the pile 2 person who was the original victim. Although you hate that. Yeah. Everyone else is victimized by the bully to come against you. You've read on this gang stalking stuff a lot recently. I really have. I do think there's a bit of like a coming to fruition point here that we've been picking up on, where I think a lot of people are actually processing like the end of this situation, because it's kind of out in the open. I feel like it's gotten some air, like who everybody is in the situation. And there is so much like nutrient to be processed through. And I really feel like that's what Spirit's trying to help do right now. So yeah, if you are the pile 2 person, this could be a certain amount of karma that's playing out in another person's life. And I know it always makes people feel weird, especially like really good people, when it's like, well, there's a certain amount of karma playing out. And it's like, well, I don't want there to have to be suffering for anybody. And I'm with you. I understand that. But at the same time, suffering continues when people don't look at themselves, when people don't get their lessons. And this really is unfolding for the highest and greatest good of all beings. Everything that is unfolding. Because I do feel this person could have treated you nasty, but they have feelings. This person who maybe did you wrong has feelings. They fell prey maybe to a person who was like a master manipulator or something. And now they have to learn why they don't do that. Because maybe this person was like, oh, I'll just shut my feelings off and on as I choose, as it suits me. Oh, really? Because then Spirit's going to show you what it's like when somebody just doesn't have feelings to turn on. And then you get to deal with that energy. You have to get it right up in your face, because there's always that like karma times 3. Karma, it comes back to you more than just what you did to another person, because you have to feel like what that really is in order to learn the lesson. And I feel like that there's a certain amount of that going on, but you can hold all of it, like just with compassion, compassion for yourself and what you went through, compassion for the other people who were sucked into this. Because honestly, these 2 people that were wrapped up in pile number 3, and anybody who does kind of just allow themselves to be a tool of this pile number 3 person, I do feel like there is just subtle harm being done on all levels constantly. And again, I say this as a child that was brought into a dynamic like that. The rage and anger that I have, one of my parents was a very strong manipulator, has a history of it, just a past of it. And one of my other parents, I'm actually more mad at that person than I am at the person who is a huge problem. I mean, both my parents have their issues, but it's like I'm mad at him because I know the family you grew up in. I know the values you were instilled with. And the other parent is none of those. So you want me to feel bad for you that you got sucked into that drama because I'm a literal human? There was a time in my life where I was an hour old, a day old. And that's the person you gave me. I could cry right now just thinking about it, to rely upon in this world. And growing up in an environment the way that I did. And it's just, I can tell you like that the shit that comes forth that other beings have to then contend with because these two people have their heads in their butt it's unforgivable to be a kid put in that dynamic. And I know that everybody is a human and everybody has mistakes, but we all are here learning and we need to learn because it's unacceptable to push that onto a baby. It's unacceptable to just fall prey to somebody's machinations and then to have other people subtly being treated poorly around them or like, it's wrong. It's wrong. So I'm just like, I don't know why I'm saying this and I'll stop because I can hear myself getting annoying, but, it's like God holds it all and God holds it all and we're not meant to. We're all just a part of the dance. And a part of that is just understanding that we're just a part of the dance and that everything just kind of gets worked out in the wash. And sometimes you do need justice to come in. Sometimes you need to understand that people are being put through their paces and that they understand what they did to you. And it's more than just intellectual. I've started to come to terms with that because I feel like such a bad person when I'm like, no, I need for somebody to feel what they did to me. I need them to know what they did to me. Because I've just taken it all on my plate and just no more. Like, I had to go through some stuff. Like, I don't understand why you shouldn't have to go through some stuff, And it's not because I want people to suffer, but it is because we all need to know the kind of energy that we're dealing with here. We all need to take it seriously and develop ourselves such that we are all united in not being those people and making sure that we're finding ways to make sure that people are taken care of when that energy is around and present. So, definitely in this situation, people are finally seeing this person clearly. Good. It's not annoying. It's validating. Yes. For those who've been through that. Yeah. And that's it too, is, because so many of us have, and we are talking about this collectively as a society. And, I just feel like some of us have been victimized because we are empaths and we are such sweet people that we get talked out of holding people accountable. And when you think about, they're just trying to get out of consequences, a lot of these people. And then they go off and they hurt somebody else. Like, is that really the empathetic thing to do? Is that really the nice thing to do? And so if you even just remove your energy and you stop protecting this person, even on an energetic level, and you just say the karma needs to hit you back, then the karma hits them back. And then they finally learn the lessons and we can actually maybe stop the behavior as a collective. So I just have to, sometimes I think it's healthy to like remind us that that's a form of ego too. It's a form of ego too. Is thinking that you like there's a very fair system in place here and it doesn't feel fair to the ego all the time, but I don't know, like I'm an idiot in the system. Like I can't know everything. Only God can know that. And like the ultimate reality that has created all things. And who am I to kind of question that energy? The best I can do is get myself out of the way, my own ego out of the way that thinks it gets to make decisions for everybody, Anyways, I'm going to stop. Yeah, do not play God. And that has many different faces, and just trying to surrender and go with the flow of y'all. Sister and I were discussing this morning. You're annoying or boring, you're not annoying or boring, such a powerful message, Jess. It's a nightmarish dynamic. It is. Yeah. And that's another thing too. It's like, it's born in the dynamic. It's born of the mixture of the energies, right? And sometimes I feel like if you call it out, that just, a lot of people will say that you're being that instead of you're like, I'm the one pointing at it, for holding him accountable. Yeah. Okay. So should we move into the general messages? Okay, so I just picked this up in the success card. This is a 6 of Wands in this deck, was flipped over. So I feel like I'm hearing success is coming, but it might not look the way that you think it does or that you would imagine. I do feel the success in a certain situation that you're processing through. Maybe this has to do with what we were just talking about. Again, it's in the inner realm. So the victory that Spirit is angling for is a kind of inner victory for now. And I just heard that quote that's like, if it's not happy, then it's not the end. And again, I think that we have to have a certain frame of mind in order to be able to process this. And for me, this is like, I do believe in multiple lives and that we are eternal beings. And that's why it's important that we do learn our lessons and that we integrate and that we level up, because we're continually like getting better and better and harmonizing ourselves with God energy. So I think right now, this is the victory that Spirit is angling for. It's a type of inner victory. It's also not the time to speak about something right now, because there's some throat chakra activation that does need to occur, but it feels like it's best for the throat chakra activation to occur, because you might want to speak something. You might feel like you want to advocate for yourself. It's not the time to talk about something here right now, because it's the time for withdrawal. And there's a very competitive energy that is around. And I feel like I'm seeing the Page of Swords right now because it looks very similar in this deck. So there's something that you have been very confused about. But you've been confused about what you've been seeing in the external space because of the confusion in the inner space, because you've been confused. And if you've been involved with a pile number 3 person, there's something about their lies, and this is lies on a deep level. They're pretending to care about you. They're pretending to have emotions, and I don't think that's a person that has emotions, or in any way that you and I would recognize them. And so the deep lying potentially in that situation, or something about the externals of the situation, if that's not it, it's confused you because the inner space hasn't been like developed, and you're not seeing like from the inner space clearly. So that's why Spirit is saying the victory is within. It's clearing up that inner space, which is a lot what we do on this channel. So I know that if you're drawn into this channel, you're a person who is on that healing journey or on that shadow work journey. This is probably one thing that you do in a myriad of things with like therapy and journaling and whatever, to kind of heal that inner space. Because otherwise there's going to be distortion, and there's going to be, So it doesn't look like you have a victory right now. And it might even feel like things are a little bit stagnant or stalling. And I think some of you feel like you need to speak something in order to get it moving again, but you don't. You don't. And so definitely don't get drunk and call somebody in order to like kind of get that energy off of you or anything. But it is a time for inner sanctum, inner light, inner transformation, something here like that. Those 2 energies just came out again. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. There's also something about like the self-esteem in the situation where you want to be on this path, and so your self-esteem is not feeling the best at the moment, but you do feel like you need to speak in order to gain that self-esteem, or in order to even like to be seen as you really are, the way that you actually feel, which is sorry or like low or something. But it's not the right time to do that. The Spirit's saying we want that switched. You're going to build up your self-esteem. And I'm hearing Jennifer Garner in my head. She says, if you want to have high self-esteem, do esteemable things. So there's something here where it's like, I feel that this inner light's going to go on, and you're going to be on a certain path, and it's going to, something here needs to like kind of build or come to fruition. Okay, anything else? I'm going to say, Spirit, and the general messages. You're in a period of transition. And I'm picturing like the river Styx, it's like that death energy, so this is like a major transition. Maybe for some of you, it feels like a death, or somebody here could have passed on. There's something about the pain of the situation that is clarifying. And it's showing you the limitation of self, of others. For some of you, it's showing you a cage that you have been kind of like locked in, but this feels like a mental cage. It feels like a web slowly being kind of like built around you. And this is a karmic contract. Definitely there's some kind of karma playing out. And it's building that Queen of Swords energy within you. So it is, the Queen of Swords for me is somebody who knows her worth, knows her values. Values keeps coming up in this, because I do feel you're a person of values, and that was weaponized against you to where you couldn't actually bring about your values. The Queen of Swords doesn't play when it comes to that. She sees her values. She's so determined that she just sees everybody so clearly. That's what's being built in you. you're just seeing everybody so clearly, including self. And for some of you, it's like if you are having a hard time forgiving yourself for falling prey to something or whatever, that's the main obstacle in terms of your vision. In terms of seeing people clearly and seeing situations clearly, is the guilt from that situation, which is why we can't, like, we have to tend the inner space. We all make mistakes, and you're not expected to be perfect. And like I always say in these readings, I mean, if you've got somebody that's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, you have to recognize that, you know. And I'm hearing Maya Angelou, like, when you know better, you do better. So you know better now, and you're going to do better in the future. And like I said, the Queen of Swords is somebody that does not play with that. And she cuts people out of their life. And she can be seen as very ruthless. So again, not with the talking. So for some of you, you're called to gray rock, but you are seeing people very clearly and naturally. That's going to have you making certain decisions that just cuts cords. So you might want to do some cord cutting, but also just like cutting people out of your life, not being afraid. Some of you are too afraid to point out the details because it doesn't jive with your ego's vision of itself. Well, I'm a kind person. Well, I'm a loving person. Well, does a kind person enter into a binding contract with someone that is going to potentially put their family at risk? Say you're signing a lease for something and it says you're responsible for the rent and also you have to pay my rent too. Does that put your family at risk? Should you be a bitch about that and say, what does this say here? Why do you want me to sign this? Is that in the energy of compassion and love? Yes, it is. So there's a switching around in your brain that has to happen where somebody could be trying to take advantage of you and they're weaponizing your niceness in order to try to make you a doormat for them to wipe their feet on when they enter the house of their life that you're paying for in this metaphor that I just came up with, right? So it makes sense to be a bitch sometimes and to like just call people out. Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. It makes sense to do that. It is you protecting your family. The bitch mother, I think they had to systematically attack that in women. They got called a bitch. I don't know why that's a bad thing, because those wolf mothers protect their young. That's literally, it literally means like a dog mother. There's like loyalty in that. It's for somebody that you're nurturing and you're caring about, you know? So, yeah, I feel like you're switching that around in your brain, but this is very action oriented and it's very decision oriented. There's not a lot of words that are necessary. I think this is a time period in your life where you're learning. You might literally, some of you, this has to do with some kind of legal situation where you're working with a lawyer and that person is like somewhat of a spiritual guide. They're teaching you how to look at certain situations. They're teaching you how to hear beneath the surface. They're teaching you to read between the lines, and they're teaching you how to say what you need to say. They're teaching you when not to say certain things. Watch this lawyer. If this involves like a legal experience, watch this lawyer. Watch how they approach life. Some of you may even be called to go to law school. Like this is gonna, I just feel like advocate. I'm hearing that. Like you're sent an advocate, but you will become the advocate. You're sent an advocate to help you become an advocate, right? So like you're just seeing things very clearly. You're very detail oriented. Or this is like this is like the version of you that is emerging. But right now, you need to let your actions speak for you. You need to let your decisions speak for you. And you need to let your silence speak for you, because the very fact that you've decided to move away from somebody, the relationship is over. And so you're going to sign the divorce papers, right? That says a lot. That says enough. That says enough. Okay. And the fact that you don't take this person's calls, and that if you share kids together, you use one of those parenting apps to text. That says a lot. It says, I don't take you seriously as a person. It says, I don't trust you as a person. I don't trust you to have a conversation as a person. We need to be doing this. It says a lot. So let those things speak for you. And this person's going to call you every name in the book. Again, the Queen of Swords gets knocked quite a bit. You just have to make sure that the Empress has the Queen of Swords up and running within her. She's not just all love and light. She can create energy and nobody's coming around to steal her crops because she's shored up her fences. And because she didn't sign that predatory lease with that gross landlord. She told him where to stick it. That's the Empress, right? So building up that energy within you and just not letting somebody control your mind by telling you what makes you a good person and what doesn't make you a good person. You need to decide. And again, I feel like you're already halfway there because, well, you're already a lot the way there because you are a person of value. You are a person of values. So you know in your mind the kind of person that you want to be already. So don't let anybody else come around here telling you that you're not that kind of person because you didn't do something for them. You decide who and what is important to you. You make the stands in the world that you decide that you're going to make. And let that tell you whether or not you are a good person. I'm also hearing judge me by my enemies. So the fact that you're taking a stand against certain terrible people in the world, judge me by my enemies. Okay, there are certain kinds of people that I don't care to have a relationship with, or a conversation, and I won't tolerate them around me. You are not meant to suffer fools lightly, is what I just heard. So don't suffer fools lightly. Anything else? Yeah, don't let anyone walk into your inner space with their dirty feet. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Karmic jailbait said, on to pile number 3, holy F. I'm letting them think I'm pathetic while I commune with my guide team. Exactly. Just let them think whatever they're prone to think. Yeah. Page of Innocence. Confusion. Oh my gosh, literally you just said that, and then the Page of Hearts came out, and in this deck it's Innocence. I can't show you the picture on this one, but I think it has them up in their head, or like they wanted you up in your head. Yeah, and there's a certain boldness here. Yeah, to the withdrawal. Okay, anything else, Spirit? The Emperor. Strong boundaries. There's a new... Remember I saw that granny and she was like cleaning out things. It's like a new order. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And it's a culmination here. And I'm just going to cover this in case YouTube has a problem. The 10 of Hearts. And in this deck, it is the culmination. And that's the 10 of Cups energy. And 10 of Cups is an interesting energy for me because obviously it's like the pinnacle of joy and happiness, community, family, love. But in this deck, she looks to me like the 6 of Pentacles, which is the giving and receiving, but she looks knocked from the tree because there was some kind of unequal give and take in a family situation. And I think that unequal give and take came about because 10 of Cups for me is Mars and Pisces. Pisces can be an incredibly spiritual, like transcendent experience with any planet that's there, but it also can be a sign of loss or insanity. So I feel like this person, again, Mars. So Mars can be a brother, Mars can be a son, Mars is men, Mars is anger, it's the physical body. So using physical body to create family and then to put you at a loss, like to create some kind of loss, like that's the energy of this, is culmination of that. But also it's competition and it's loss of self for some of you too, because Mars is that part, it's a part of ourselves that defends ourselves as well. So again, this person could have maneuvered you into a family situation to make you all in your mind games that it was inappropriate for you to defend yourself or have a sense of self in a family dynamic. You should, if it's a happy family dynamic, like you make like little like concessions here and there. Everybody does, but everybody does. And I feel like this person does a good job of like portraying that that's what they're doing. But when you actually look down to the brass tacks of it, that's not what they're doing. They're just very good at convincing you. And some of you like you bring in all the resource, or like your family has money or something, and then this person just gets to stay at home all day thinking about ways to lie to you. Like they have themselves in the perfect situation and in order to do that. But there's a new dawn, there's a new order that's coming in to this space where you are reunited with self, because this person had you thinking that, and for some of you, you have like an insecurity about this, about like being there and being a good person. And you've given over the definition of that to this person because, again, this person wants to commandeer some kind of an authority over your mind and over how you are showing up emotionally. They want to socially be in a position in your life, which family, be in some kind of social position of authority, which I am the authority about who this person is in their family or in their home life because of the position that I have. It's a lot of authority to give somebody. And you should never mess with that. I can't, this is my favorite deck, and I actually can't even think of the name of it. I'll try to, but it's my favorite deck. The artwork is, mwah, it's so good. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Oh, look. Yeah, Ace of Angels, Wisdom. So this is the Ace of Swords, and it's the truth that's coming into this space. And I feel like the truth is your friend. I'm seeing you pull Excalibur from the stone. So this person tried to put the truth in stone. They tried to hide it. They tried to make it to where nobody could get to it. But you just pulled that truth out, man. And now you're cutting yourself free from like all of their like webs of lies. And it's leading you to wisdom. King of Trees. The King of Pentacles is an interesting energy because they build a lot, but they often trust the wrong people. That's that energy for me. They're a very noble person. There's this nobility coming through in your energy, but sometimes you can just trust the wrong people. Oh, look, the Six of Trees, giving and receiving. We'll just cover her up here. This is exactly what I was saying. See how she's like in this tree in this deck, giving and receiving, but I saw her cut down like in that 10 of Cups. That's what I'm giving. That's what I'm giving. All right. I feel like we'll see I'm just called to this deck really quick. Any obstacles? Acceptance and boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. So I think some of you need to accept that that is the way forward and that that is how you are a good person, and you need to be strong. That's the spiritual lesson. So this has to do with boundaries, because I think this person buried the truth. Yeah, there's really something this person had you convinced that you not having boundaries was what's required of you to be a healthy participant in a family dynamic or in a group dynamic. Some 10 of cups, right? Some social happiness. You just need to not have any boundaries. That's horseshit. And those are the people that are the most dangerous. That's actually I have a lot of yellow flags now, like in my old age, but that to me is a red flag. Anybody who's weird about boundaries. I had somebody in my life, I cut this person out ages ago, but they're my family. So I did have a conversation with them. This was like, I don't know, a year ago, year and a half ago. And we were taking it slow, kind of texting. And then they were like, I wasn't telling this person like where I lived or anything, what was going on in my life. And they said, well, my boundary is that you have to tell me where you live. No, no, ma'am. So you want to watch somebody who says things like weird shit, like, my boundaries are you not having any boundaries. No, because me sharing personal information about myself, that's boundaries that I get to set. Those are in my remit to set those boundaries. The access that you have to me and to my daily life, that's not on your plate to deal with those variables, right? So anybody who says weird stuff about boundaries, where they don't understand boundaries and how boundaries work, they get to set their own boundaries. They're not in charge of your boundaries. This person wants to be so badly in charge of your boundaries. This is making me tired and it's making me sick, because like dealing with a person like this will make you tired and will make you sick. Some of you think that you're like ill, and I'm not telling you, you might literally be. Like you might need to go to a doctor and like figure that out, because for some of you it's like this person's gonna cause you like, trouble with your nervous system, and maybe you are a lot more anxious than you were. I don't know. Like for some of you it has culminated into that, but it's like this person being in your life is what is the sickness, Yeah, and you need to accept that you and this person are on different pages, because they might try to get you to wait or put your life on hold, or they might try to convince you that the timing isn't right, especially if you're filing for divorce or something. File it. Here's your sign. If you're like, this person is telling me that this isn't the right time, fuck them. You know what? It's never the right time to have a person like this in your life. Go slow, though. Take your time. Go slow. Unfold the process on your terms, okay? Because you get to have a sense of self. Oh, this is making me mad. They are going to try to ask you. This person's trying to draw something out because they're wanting some sort of second chance. They want to convince you this relationship deserves a second chance. You deserve a second chance with new love. That's what you deserve. You deserve, my nose is itching, so for some of you that means something. Araceli, thank you so much for the super chat. You deserve a second chance with new love, and there's going to be a lot of playful energy between the two of you. But you need to make the decision. You need to choose yourself. That's what this is about. And I would just, mum is the word, but like literally in my mind, I'm hearing this person being like, we deserve a second chance. And I'm hearing you go like, I agree. We deserve a second chance. Not with each other. There's no such thing as a second chance here, because this person, they're like a Death Eater. They just eat up everything. The story will never change with this person. It will never change. It's just who they are, and what they're not, because they're not a good person. They're not a healthy person, and this person just wants access to your boundaries so bad. They want to be in charge of your boundaries, and they want to be in charge of if you have this boundary or you don't have that boundary. They want to be in charge of saying whether or not you are a good person. This is a person who wants to frame you. This person wants to paint you a certain way, and probably has already done that. I literally heard this person's been doing this for years, like behind your back. They give you one impression, but then they give other people a different impression just to sort of keep you in line. They like that. This person likes that. So you're not safe with this person. Even if you want to buy into their stuff, they're eroding you behind the scenes. So you can't have a person like this around you, because it does give them a certain amount of, credibility. If you got this person posted up with you in the home. So when this person says, yeah, this person's like this and they're like that, it gives this person power they shouldn't have. This person shouldn't be trusted with any level of power over your life. It gives them credibility, and this person's not credible. So why would you give them credibility? If they can say that they've been in a relationship with you for 10 years, that gives this person credibility, and they have no credibility as a person. So don't give them any. You know what I'm saying? It's like the longer this drags on, the more credibility this person has. And you don't get any other people in your life who've had different experiences who also have the same level of credibility in your life that can challenge that and say, well, this person's never done that to me. You don't want to be in a situation like that with a person like this that you're up against. You really don't. And this person's an enemy. They've been an enemy from the start. So, okay, that's what I have. You're welcome. Okay, I'm so glad that this is like a serious kind of thing for people who are dealing with that. Okay, now, before I forget, we do have new candles to launch this beautiful day. Sorry that this was a week late. These are the summertime candles, and that's really like the essence of these two candles. And there is a pack. Okay, Alex is holding up these things so that I don't forget certain things. Okay, so we'll go ahead and announce this. We've got Moonlit Beach, and we've got Sunnyside, and you can buy the two of these together in a bundle as a summer vacation bundle. It gets one of each, and it's at a discounted rate, like when you buy both of them. And it's what does this mean? All on sale? 25%?
All of these are on sale, whether they're in the bundle or not. But the bundle gives you an extra discount.
So the bundle gives you an extra discount, but these are on sale, I guess, right now. And the Black Protect candle is back in stock. And I did just want to remind you guys that we do sell these everyday magic candles here as well. Most of them just come in the white vessel. These are like the more popular ones, but the Protect candle, because black is such a protective color in energy work and in the magical realms, we do have the Protect in black candle, which is really sleek. It's really classy, very elegant. I don't know, to me, black in decorating, when it's used in the right lighting and like the right way, there's something about it that just it's like understated elegance kind of thing. And that's like the way that the black vessel looks. And we'll talk about those here in just a second, but let's go back to these, the new scented candles that we are announcing. And the whole idea behind our candle line, not the whole idea, but it really is quality, because I am a person who's very concerned about like the things that I breathe in and stuff. So it's 100% soy wax. We use the cleanest scents that are on the market, and wicks as well. Wicks are another thing that you have to watch with candles, because they might have 100% soy wax, but then they kind of cheap out on the wicks and everything. So everything about this I feel really good about, like in terms of our product selection and everything. So that's really the idea behind it. But you get $30 or more on Etsy. When you buy over $30 or more, you do get free shipping if you're in certain places, and we're working on expanding those places. So if you get two candles, then it really does give you a certain discount. And if you get a magic candle and the scent candle, you can kind of mix and match for whatever the experience is that you're trying to bring about, because scent is such a powerful sense, like to the brain. So you can kind of choose the scent that you want to have. These everyday magic candles do have a light incense kind of a scent, if you like that kind of spiritually flavor, but it is very light. So you can also use that with the scented candle to evoke the kind of feelings and the memories and the visionary experiences that you're wanting to have. And that's why I feel like this is so powerful. So anyways, moving into these candles, the Moonlit Beach. Okay, so this one, this feels like vacation, but to me, I just was picturing being out on the beach at night, having like the breeze from the salt air rolling in, that kind of like tropical vacation-y sort of a vibe. It's a really light scent here. So I'm just going to read you the side here. It says, imagine a cool breeze rolling off the ocean after basking in the sun all day on your summer vacation. This elegant candle evokes that sense of nostalgia and soothing relaxation of getting away from it all for a well-deserved break. Indulge yourself with a little taste of that beach life liberation. It does. And it smells like, I kind of picture like a little bar with like the tiki lights and stuff like off to the side. There's just soft sounds kind of rolling over from that. You can hear the waves rushing in. Like that's really the scent that this is really giving. It's vacation, but it's like after you did all your fun stuff for the day, like just that relaxing, putting your feet in this cool sand, just chilling like with a appetizer, like a nice dish. Not feeling like you got to talk to anybody, but you could if you wanted, you know, it's like that. It's that vibe. And then that brings us to Sunnyside, because Sunnyside is more like that daytime vibe of a vacation, but it's still very soft and soothing. There's a certain amount of shea, like the smell of, we didn't use shea in this one, but it still kind of has that quality of like, the shades in the moonlit, but it smells very, okay, I'm just going to read you the side. A little citrus, a little sunshine, a whole lot of peace. This elegant candle captures the best vibes. I love how we say elegant candle and all of them. We're like, this is an elegant candle. This elegant candle captures all the best vibes of sipping a fruity drink while bathing in the sun without the need for sunscreen. Nothing about this smells fruit. Well, it's citrus. It's like kind of light apricot citrus.
Yeah,
It's
not like overbearing fruity.
Yeah.
It's just a very, everything we try to do with these candles is all about subtlety.
Yeah.
But like a fullness.
A fullness. Yeah. The sipping a fruity drink while bathing in the sun without the need for sunscreen. You should wear your sunscreen. Let this uplifting scent teleport you to a favorite lounge chair, reading your favorite novel awash in a fresh breeze under a clear sunny sky. Yeah, it smells like, you know, like when the sun is kind of bearing down on you and you do have your sunscreen on and, you know, you just feel like, I don't know, just the happiness and the joy and the simple joy of that moment. That's like really what this smells like. A little bit of sweat. I'm doing a bad job of explaining this one. It doesn't smell like sweat and you should wear your sunscreen. But if you were doing all those things, it would smell like that.
I think you're missing the point. The point is this evokes that without you having to wear
Yes,
sunscreen.
that's what I'm trying to say. It evokes that without you having to wear sunscreen. Okay, I get it. Like it brings that energy into your home. So if you are trying to like manifest a vacation, like some of us might be, I don't know.
Who might that be?
Me. Yeah, like, you know, then that would just really do it for you. So we've got the sunny side and we've got the moonlit beach, and you can get the vacation package. Hedge Witch is still on sale through this weekend, and the Black Protect candle is back in stock, which I already said. So Hedge Witch we've already talked about. This is like garden out the window. Very fresh, very herbal, very fresh air kind of scent. This is like very nature celebrator. This is people who like to hang out outside, but like also in a peaceful, relaxing kind of way. That's kind of who we are as humans, and the things that we like. So yeah. Do you just want to watch me smell these candles for a little bit longer? That's mostly what this is going to turn into. You know, and I like to keep a candle like on my bedside with like the lid off. You don't even really have to light it for it to be kind of just putting out a nice fragrance in this elegant way. I also like to keep one on my kitchen table because when I'm sitting there just like having a little meal, or even if we do have people over and we're sitting there and we're just having a nice chat, it's simple, it's elegant, it's also like seasonally appropriate, which I think is really good in a candle, because it's like the springtime, summertime. I think it's hard to find like an actually like good, soft, understated, elegant scent that evokes those kinds of things. And that's what we were really trying to do with these candles. So, Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. So, Crystalline says, I just picked up my Hedge Witch candle. I'm so glad. Okay. You can make a candle ASMR. I would love that. And it's just like me lighting the candles. Oh my gosh, I should do that. That's just my life anyways. Honestly, I have Venus in Taurus, and I've always been the kind of person, I've never had like a lot of money like in my entire life, but I'll tell you this, just a candle, like I haven't like really, I'm comfortable now, like I'm more comfortable than I've ever been in my whole life, and I'm very grateful for that. But even like when I was not, and I was moving around a lot and I wanted the seasonal decorations or something, like a candle, just there's something about a candle that just does it for me. Like just lighting a candle, it's like, everything is nice. Everything is calm. And again, it's that seasonal quality. I remember telling my husband once, it's like, even if I can't have like all the seasonal decorations that I wish that I could have, if I have a seasonal candle, like one for every season, then I'm good. Like I feel good and I feel comfy. And it's enough to like kind of evoke that like in me, that sense of home. So all right, just ordered Moonlit Beach. I'm so excited. I love the descriptions. I love the family I have here on your cozy corner of the internet. Oh, good. After the lip gloss debacle, the candles next to the bed were a must. Yes, definitely. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. I'm going to smell these for 5 minutes, but I'll do that off camera. So thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for being my witchy people. I hope that you guys have a lovely week before I see you again on Friday. Got more videos. I almost called them movies. We got more movies lined up. And also thank you so much to those of you who support me over on Patreon. And we don't have a video this week, but we'll do our Patreon live stream next week. So that's all I have. Thank you. Bye.